gotta pick what you gotta pick. Sometimes, especially the superhero skins we see all the time, trying to blend into your environments, making those hitboxes even smaller. It's what you gotta do. But you know what? If you're not playing the Star Wars skins, I'm immediately judging you, just like Heru here.
Yeah.
Gonna be just grabbing some mats, grabbing some rocks.
On the default skin, very normal for certain players to rock the default skin. It strikes fears into certain people, and into others, you know, you might catch them slacking.
You know what? So valid. Whenever I'm playing and I see a default skin, I think easy elimination. And then I'm the eliminated.
Yeah, or it's some sweat going crazy. So
and I'm like, why are you playing Fortnite without having a skin? Look at this. There we go. 21 Moon X once again running it back with the avatar skins. I think these are some of the nicest skins they've released in a minute. Just the detail. They straight ripped it from the movie.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of crazy.
Shout out James Cameron. Shout out the Titanic. But I know how that movie ends, so we'll get to it. But one of the crazy things to think as well while you're playing this is like, when do you get to really give your skins a run for their money? Like, you can buy skins, and then you can bring them out here to the HyperX Arena, and then you can make them look good, baby.
Just like Basketball Kid did right there. First elimination of the night, jumping through.
RKO'd out of nowhere by Basketball Kid.
Just from the top rope, gonna be able to just slam it down, grab their first elimination of the day. Quebec going to now have the high ground. Keru looking up at them, trying to figure out what they want to do next, if they're gonna wait for the opportunity of them peeking out from the top, but they are not. Quebec just chilling, waiting like a villain. Keru trying to break down these builds real fast. That foundation doesn't look very solid with those two little planks right there, but now Keru taking over the high ground, going in, 31 damage. Oh, all the shields are gone. Gonna drop down and go off the side. The shotgun shot lands. Keru still looking good. Gonna pop the shield. Even though
gets the shot. I mean, that came out a little late, honestly, from this kill screen, but he just drops one shot through a barely build, and beautiful stuff there from Carey to get us started off here.
I didn't even get to see him pull
Kid
out
was the real one, though.
Yeah, I didn't even see him pull out the shotgun.
No, yeah, he did it so quickly, and just switching from edit to, I know a lot of people use their scroll wheel.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you really want to do and get into the Fortnite aspect, you're going to have to use something like 1 or 2 or something to get your gun out quicker, because you can see there's a small fraction of time that you're able to shoot through those builds, and he lands it perfectly there.
Beautiful stuff so far. Remember, because it's a smaller night, it's going to take a little bit longer for this storm to get everyone closer together. Yeah. Only 19 people here today for this event, but like I said before, those finals, those are important, especially with summer break coming up. We're going to be seeing a lot more competitors as the weeks go on, and the Star Wars season being a little bit hit or miss with some of these top tier competitive players being like, I don't like the shotgun.
There's also top cups going on right now.
That is true.
So it's qualifiers for all around, qualifiers for school, but still we gotta appreciate the people that we have coming into for the community tonight.
Oh yeah.
These are names that we've seen in the past, and they are definitely happy that players like Baka and certain players aren't here. So
yeah, those cash cups are no joke. A few competitors came into my stream talking about it, and I'm excited to hear their stories next week once they come back. But right now we do see 21 Moon X hopping around, just trying to grab these mats. That's the early game about builds. You want to have enough so that when the storm gets smaller, you'll be able to protect yourself from every which way.
When there's no ammo, so you don't really have to, yeah, you have to look for guns, but you can get your guns through elimination.
Yeah.
Since there's no ammo, really you should just be landing forest or some kind of rocky area to get these materials, like you're saying.
You're so right, actually. I didn't even think about it.
It's really all you need to worry about now is having enough materials, because you know your gun is never going to be the issue.
And top 10 situations are going to be that much more important, because if you don't have the mats, if you don't have the materials or resources, you're going to find yourself in a really bad spot. And even rotations like what we're going to see from Unger here are going to matter so much more, waiting in the storm, and then they're going to be able to grab these medallions.
This is looking like Saturday bagging right here. This is
100%.
This is like the exact same thing. You just kind of sit in storm, get the guns you need, and then head out onto the battlefield.
Get those legendary weapons and go. And if you did not know, thank you for the throw. we got a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament tomorrow, so no matter what your age is, we put everyone on stage and you'll be able to see yourself on that stage. We're going to be seeing, though, right in this build battle, Code Word, he knows the word eliminated, as they're going to be able to grab their first elimination of this round. But going back to it, Saturday Night Speedway. We're going to be having some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We have only a few more weeks before we move on to Mario Kart World and bring that into the arena momentarily. So I'm excited to at least have a few more weeks with that game. It's a very fun event. No matter who you are, what age you are, you're going to be able to get on that stage and compete in some Mario Kart action. It's a very fun event.
What did you guys get up to? What number are you up on?
It's like 237 so far.
That is just beautiful.
36, I believe.
That is 237 on just one game.
One game.
The tournaments have been insane, and I can say from experience that is the most fun you can have on a Saturday night.
Oh, we're currently seeing how much fun you can have on a Friday night as we get right into another build battle. Beautiful moves here. The rotations off the side of the build. Gonna try and get some time to pop those small shields, but this arena account ain't gonna let him go. Beautiful shot there from arena account number 4. Gonna do a little bit of a shimmy.
And the hips don't lie. Hold on.
Hey, beautiful.
It's a family show.
Karu, though, hearing the moves and hearing Shakira, but that just means that you gotta keep grooving as Karu dropping down into these builds. Gonna be seeing these walls and these staircases go up to protect themselves, going out into that lake. Karu trying to break down these roofs and claim them.
Yeah, just claiming them perfectly there, and you can see the kind of the panic from the bottom player there, just looking for a way out, but the only way out is to kind of go into this water area. So he's gonna be trying to pull up and do his thing, but here comes a third party. Another player has entered the mix as Hunter is going to get Mina up out of the tournament. So fun.
Now only 14 players left in this first round, but Kazu now putting themselves in such an interesting predicament. Look what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Look at the mini-map.
This is the slow roll, man. You can kind of...
It's a fifth party.
There's enough to call it a party. It's kind of crazy, too, because we always see, we always have these giant tournaments with, 60 players, 20 from Valhalla, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We got 5 of the players all on stage sitting right next to each other right here. So
this is going to be
insane. Might be massive.
We got Kazu jumping around the side, trying to figure out who, what, where, and why, where these competitors are going in these builds.
You can see him, constructively being at the top of the point here, just looking for the build to go. You're wasting a lot of mats here, whether you win this fight or lose this fight. So,
but the difference is that this is only the third storm. They got so much time to get those mats back. So if you want to resource drain into this 5-party situation, you're gonna be in a good spot. But going down to the Kazu, jumping right off the side of the ledge, trying to say, hey, peekaboo, but the only thing they see is a blaster in their face. Kazu gonna be able to grab one.
Absolutely blasted there by Kazu. Someone who I know has been grinding these tournaments as well, so it's nice to see him come out here and get his bearings under his feet.
There's no bears in this either.
Oh my gosh, there's a banger.
Headshot. That was a headshot.
It had to be.
Through the bush.
The basketball kid wants his retaliation, though. Is he going to be able to get it? Hunter, got to play this one smart. Drops him down. 50 cal Hunter, are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Potentially not. Hunter's going to have a huge trade there as Basketball Kid has the high ground, but remember, Anakin don't play like that.
He don't play those games.
He's going to drop down, go off the side of these builds. And what a jump shot, though, by Basketball Kid. Just tried to literally bet it all on one shot, and unfortunately, Hunter just had more health. I would have recommended for Basketball Kid to just say, hey, you know what? I want to just pop these small shields, get yourself back up a little bit, and they potentially could have won that.
No, he was close.
The confidence was beautiful from Basketball Kid there, but Code Wordy now backed up against a wall, and now trying to find the window.
That was a big kid confidence indeed. It does look like Code Wordy trying to press the issue here. The winner of the last tournament, which proves to me you obviously want to go back-to-back here, and there's not a lot of things stopping him from doing that other than himself. So if he can clutch up in a couple of these fights as he gets absolutely rolled
Kazu might be the name to see and the name to watch because they are just really doing a great job grabbing these little trades here and there. And not even a trade, really. He's just stealing all the health bar away.
Code Wordy, as the foot starts to drop, all the materials going down, and you see Code Wordy take another hard couple shots as he's going to try to get his healing in right now. Kazu starting to set up what would possibly be just a waiting game now, sitting in the attic chilling.
Now, talking about resources, this is where I'm going to get a little worried because to get big shields in this season, in my opinion, is so much more difficult. Small shields, you can go to one of these outskirt bases, get some stormtroopers, eliminate them, and grab their small shields. But now, when you're resource dumping so much, you're going to have to spend that much more time trying to get all of these heals and shields back. But Kazu trying to peek around these corners, see what they can find, and see if they can get any sort of information from this build. But right now, it's just looking like they're trying to top themselves off and run out of this fight.
Yeah, this has got to be a Code Wordy literally standing still in that situation, knowing that the more that he runs around. But I like this threat by Kazu, gonna go get some mats and kind of recenter the fight here. Unfortunately, finds a third in Unger, and now just wants to get out of the fight. Spent too much, but if you look at his resources here, he's got any player's dream right now. He's got a gold blaster, he's looking for the shotgun in blue, and then everything else is heals. This is all you're looking for if you're a top player. Now he just needs to get the materials to go with it.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to get those materials back. Granted, only 4 storms in, so we're still chilling like a villain, trying to figure out where to go next. Where's your next rotation? Where's your next spot that you want to grab and try and get what you just spent back? But unfortunately, unlike Vegas, this place does not have a casino, so you're going to have to figure it out another way and see what you can bet on next.
A casino would shut down Fortnite. A casino in Fortnite would shut it down.
Apple right next door saying, you guys got a casino in here.
Yeah.
But we're seeing 50 Cal Hunter here.
Even if they found a way to do it, it would just ruin the player base.
It would be actually, I think that would be kind of cool. You know what? Imagine just like an entire casino, but then you just get different weapons out of using gold for it. No. I'm just saying that would be kind of cool. But
they did it in that Frag Punk.
Hey, you know what? That's a good game too.
It would go insane in here though.
Sal though, look at their loadout. Love to see it. At least someone's got a lightsaber in this game.
Finally.
That's what I like to see. So they're going to try and grab some mats, do what they do best, metal, wood, otherwise, oh my. Going to be able to grab a lot.
Looking like a fan favorite as well, getting some cheers from the crowds.
Jumping right in, checking out these bushes. Remember to always shoot those bushes first as well. You never know what's
you never really want to jump in.
No, that would be a
but
face
also
first blaster.
If you shoot it, then you're giving away your position. So.
But they already are giving away their position, right?
No, they're in the bush. No, he's in the bush now.
Oh, that's true. You know what? I thought you were flipping it around, but you're totally right.
He flipped it around. Now he went from killer to bushwookie real quick.
Oh, man. I hated the Wookiees. I'm going to be honest with you, Nick.
No.
Yes, in that final episode. How did they do that? How did they take down all of those stormtroopers? How did they do it?
Wait till you see how Chewbacca dies.
Oh,
it's even worse.
Oh, I hated that, too. Don't even. Now you're getting me heated. I forgot. Oh, no. Oh, Ewoks. Why did I say Wookiees? I meant Ewoks. Yes, the Ewoks.
How could you hate Wookiees?
Oh, aren't they technically the same thing if you think about it?
They are fuzzy bears. Might be some intermingling there. You're starting to make me think.
All right. We got Hunter here. Gonna be trying to just check up and go onto the high ground.
Of all of our things for producers to tell us.
Thank you, though. We got 2 Changs here. Gonna be going around into the bamboo forest.
2 Changs.
Now has a great loadout as well. So much healing that they can utilize and go into some fights with, but they're going to be able to break these rocks. Honestly, I don't know. Would you flip out that Chug Jug for that med kit is the question, because technically you get 100 healing out of a med kit, but with the Chug Jug, you only got 60 left. So what would you choose there?
I'm taking Chug Jug all the way.
Fair.
Med kit, I'm never picking it up. Med kits always just seem to be where I need them to be when I'm in
honestly,
danger.
Not even wrong. Not even wrong. Code Wordy trying to not find the wrong word either, as they're going to be peeking their head out, doing a little bit of head bobbing, jumping up and down, trying to just observe and get that information about who is in this bamboo forest, because this is actually kind of a messed up spot if you think about it. You don't even need to use
especially
builds.
for ending anywhere close to here. But looks like Hunter has a plan. Kazu setting up in a little 3x3, and 2 Changs might be invisible.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. This is kind of a crazy spot to try, kind of end up in, especially with the circle being on this
circle, yeah, the circle might end us here. We might all be in the bamboo forest.
This is crazy. How is everyone in the same spot?
Oh, 2 Changs is in the forest.
And now Hunter's going to have to pop those splashes, trying to check these corners, make sure that they're claiming these walls, and have the edits on standby, trying to jump their way up, missing these grabs just a little bit.
You can just see how quickly that it can scale. I mean, you go from 0 to 100 real quick, and Hunter is good at fighting in these battles, but he tends to not want to be in a build battle. It's not his favorite thing.
No, it is not. As you're already seeing right now, just waiting in these corners for another opportunity, but finally getting into the 6th storm. You're seeing how this circle is going to push so many of these players. We're only seeing around a few of them. And now 2 Chainz going to see a lot of blaster bullets coming their way.
Right through the edit. Tries to
win the fight, but they lose the war as 50 cal Hunter's going to be able to jump from the top rope, slam down, do what they do best, and grab that chug jug.
That was great from Hunter, right? He opens up the door, gets the first shot. Instead of trying to continue to play edit games with him, he sees the wall go up. He goes up and over. Hunter with a great avoiding the build battle, but still being in the building.
Yeah, it really was unfortunate on the side of Sal, though, getting that advantage on that first shot. Hunter didn't even know where they were.
He kind of went into like me likey jumpy mode. He
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna continue to get this, you know, he's gonna keep pressing this wall, but Hunter goes up and over. Big smart there from him.
And now we got Poncho back with us again. Great to see them that they're going to be able to try and make their name known once again. They did such great work last week. Can't wait to see what they do this week. Got a lot of maps, got a lot of builds to go through, especially going into some of these final circles. Once we get to that 8th or 9th storm on that bottom right corner, you'll be seeing how we come down to it. But Code Wordy building up themselves a nice little spot. You see these little outposts? You can put a bed in there.
Yeah.
Protect yourself from
bigger than my house for sure. Hunter, though, now being the hunted, 21 Moon, knows what to do in this situation. Let's see how Hunter plays it out. A very similar fight to the last one, but 21 Moon going to take a quick retreat on that one.
You're also seeing 21 Moon's loadout. A lot of weapons, not a lot of healing. You want to make sure that you have one close range weapon, one long range weapon. That's all you need, just like Hunter has right here.
Perfection right here. It's exactly what you're looking at going into the 7th circle.
Got that mythic DMR, and then you got the shotgun. No, we don't know the names. They be naming these names.
They go
like,
pew pew now.
Yeah, they go
we don't
pew,
need to know
pew.
the names.
They go pew, pew. I was looking at the names and I said, you know what? The F11, E11, B11, I don't know.
BB8.
It's a shotgun.
R2D2.
And then you got a little bit of an assault rifle, kind of a DMR action.
C3PO.
We'll call this the
Sal takes down difficult.
Oh, good work. Wait,
I thought Sal was out. Is there 2 Sals?
There could be 2 Sals.
Salutations either way. Hunter being able to find this high ground right now is so important, and you can see him even covered up, so not really taking too many shots from any which way. Really looking forward to what he's able to do here today, as it does seem like Moon X is always frustrated when he comes to these tournaments, not happy with his placement, but every time I talk to him, I just try to hype him up and let him know it could be a thing. That looked like a shot straight out of the movie right there with
like
the blasters.
Oh, it looks actually crazy from the overhead view. I love it. And you're right. You know what? Moon X, such a talented competitor in these tournaments, gets in their own head a lot. And whenever that happens, your confidence goes down, your skills and abilities, you just think you're not as good as everyone else, but you have to realize
positive mindset for sure.
Just like we're seeing DPG being positive with that one elimination on the board, winning their first fight of the day.
That's how
Love
positive
to see
works.
it. And that's just what it's all about. If you don't have the confidence to win, you're not going to win. But right now we are seeing
Kazu and Unger making it look like a bit of a 2v1 scenario here. But talk to a little bit to Pachumitu. His dad, I speak muy poquito.
Oh.
So, but had a good talk with them. Looking for him to do big things. Brought his brother today, so they're really trying to put the big front out.
That is unfortunate, though, as we're just hyping up 21 Moon X as Hunter takes him down in that 9th place spot. And Hunter might just go down right here, right now. Going to be able to jump out, put down that staircase. But Code Wordy jumping up, trying to get any sort of health back in it again so that they're at least able to make a trade or make a fight happen. Hunter would be so sad to have this be their end after such a confident, beautiful game so far. Code Wordy going to be jumping around these corners and utilizing the other builds that were already here, sliding their way into defense mode. And they aren't gonna go for it. They know.
You can see, like, you can really see a player like that kind of go through the win-loss in his head. What is the right thing to do here? Like, I got this guy to one shot. The final circle is closing. There's all these other kills I can get. I'll get to this guy later.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Because with also it being the A Storm, they want to get those placement points. And if they lose here, they're not going to be very happy. But DPG.
Hold on, I gotta hype this guy up because I might get adopted. He might be the best dad ever. Hold on. Oh! NBF Sal takes down a fully fledged father right there.
Gotta insult the injury. That man's a dad.
That's a father right there.
Oh, I forgot it's Mother's Day. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it's Mother's Day, Dad. Sorry.
Sorry, no pity from us. But Sal here gonna hear a huge roar from the crowd. Beautiful, beautiful support from their family members. Gonna be able to pop those small shields, and now being able to see this final circle. We got a lot of competitors in it. We see in that circle Groove and Schmoove. We have even the arena account, number 4, still alive. We got Poncho, Unger, Kazu, Hunter, and Code Wordy all just building up their own residencies right next to each other. It's only a matter of time before this storm starts moving, and they're going to be starting seeing what they can do next. Whoever gets that high ground, like we saw last week, does have a huge advantage against the rest of the competition because no one knows how to look up.
Yeah, the neighborhood is springing up in the midst of nothing. It does seem like Hunter wants to reconvene using this hill. Also, the storm is going to be moving to that bottom left area, so trying to get the movement up now might be in a little situation right here with Code Wordy. The winner of our last tournament taking down Baka in this mode. ESL4 is going to take down Sal.
The fan favorite in the house right now is going to go down in 7th place. Still not a bad placement for their very first match. There's still 4 more rounds to go, but this arena count's looking extremely low. Got to pop that med kit here and now if they're even going to have a chance in these battles. But Scout Hunter, like I just said, Kazu sweeping in, says, hey, you low? Boom! Going to be able to take that one down. Grab 2 for this round. Top 5 situation, Nick. It's coming down to it. Top 4 potentially. Trying to pop that splash down, putting down those edits. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you do it. Poncho going down.
Yeah, Kazu low, though, needs to heal. Hunter at a 50-50 zone right here. Code Wordy playing the low and slow game, not trying to take too many fights that he doesn't need to. Unger going to take the high ground real quick, see if he can lace some shots in, as 50 cal Hunter is now under fire from 2 different ways. Unger gonna have to try to stay high ground here in this situation. There's a lot of builds that they're running back into. They're not gonna be able to edit, so.
No, they are not, and Hunter's not going to be able to heal himself either. No resources to be found. Hopefully going to be able to go into one of these edits and find something.
Needs to look for something sneaky here. Has to find it. No. Not stinky enough. Goes down. Unger, take him down.
Top 3 situation, though, for this first round, as we're going to be seeing Unger going to be able to save themselves. Puts down a map. Riz, one of the other builds that were already there. Code Wordy now going on this low ground position. Currently going to be able to put out some damage onto Kazu. 3 eliminations for them right here, right now. Guys, the time to pop these small shields and potentially get that big shield going, but there's so many different builds going on. Kazu's going to have to pop that big shield momentarily, but Unger controlling the high ground right now. Going to be able to put down some rooftops and take down rooftops as they maneuver themselves and control the match with this top 3 left in the game.
It's so crazy how you can see Unger moving. Literally, the floor is lava, and Code Wordy and Kazu are just trying to keep a level head. Can't keep a level head too fast, though, as Unger is going in for the kill. Code Wordy gets a good amount of healing, and now it's starting to press the issue. Finds it at the top of the boards, and there we go.
Unger grabbing the first victory royale of the night. Beautiful awareness, positioning, and they made it happen here today. Very first round's going to be going over to Unger. Put the points on the board, and let's see what we're going to be able to break down momentarily. But Nick, how'd you feel? Round number 1, Unger looking like they were completely in control. No sweat on their brows.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of talking about Unger week in and week out, but also we've been talking about how we haven't been seeing too much out of him as far as, you know, the results go. So nice to see him come out here, get a win, get that little breath of fresh air through his sails, and possibly see him win this whole thing. I mean, there's a lot of people, including Code Wordy, including Kazu, that want this win, that have been gunning for it for weeks. So.
Oh yeah, and there's so, and you know what? Whenever we don't have like you said, all of the Bakas and everyone else, and you have the opportunity to show off, and a lot of these players who are here, Sal, the arena account that we don't know whose name is just yet until we get that scoreboard going. Those are all the competitors that really have a chance to show up and make some money here today. It's a little bit of an opportunity for themselves. Let's see if they're going to be able to capitalize on it. Already doing really well. If you're grabbing that top 10 finish, that's really good. But now you got to just fix what went wrong, grab some more heals, shields, and otherwise, and make it work.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Also agree with these weekend specials, ladies and gentlemen. The Lemon Drop Cosmopolitan for $8. What is that? Babysitter combo. Ooh, we got a babysitters?
Babysitter combo.
Draft beer and a well shot if you need it. Going on downstairs right now.
Talk to Mike. He is an absolute GOAT of all time. And if you want to talk about video games, he will talk about video games for the rest of the time, especially if it's Elden Ring or Borderlands. He is an absolutely amazing human being, and he'll make you something up good.
Yeah,
so
true.
go see him. Be able to buy some of the specials. Mother's Day weekend.
I saw him freestyle these specials out too, man. He's a great bartender. That guy.
He knows his stuff, and I've never gotten a bad drink from him in my life, actually. And it's and I like actually.
Listen, I want to hate the guy. I can't.
I can't. You would be baldest.
Yeah, never that.
But we are momentarily.
All this hair?
That's why you hate him. You're like, how dare he?
How dare he?
Disrespectful.
Look better than me with not a single inch of hair.
No, that's impossible. Those luscious locks, Nick. You're looking better than the Fortnite skins. But momentarily,
they should give us some Fortnite skins. They should do that.
Momentarily, we'll have those scores up for y'all so you can see where you're getting placed right now. Remember, top 10 gets paid out and doubles their money here today. $60 for 9th through 10th, $65 for 7th through 8th place. So just remember, hey, that's what you're gunning for. That's what
you
you're
were
aiming
talking
for.
about how this is a great place to showcase your skills. I can't think of a better place to make money and showcase your skills other than Frags.
Like,
so if you're watching at home, I mean, I know we're on the YouTubes now. Listen, YouTubes, what's up? We need y'all.
Yeah.
Because it's a great place to showcase your skills. We're going to showcase them right now with the scores. Let's take a look at those right now. Hunger, a.k.a. Unger. He was looking hungry today, and he's looking hungry for the win. Getting first place in that first one. Code Wordy not far behind.
Nah, with 25 points, and then Kazu with 24, Hunt Dog with 23. Then a little bit of a drop. Ramon there with 17 points. I hope that's the arena account number 4. I do believe potentially. As Sal's right down there as well. Remember, this is
those
just the
two are
first
brothers.
round.
5th and 6th are brothers.
Oh, really?
I'm almost positive.
That is awesome. But then we're seeing John Cena in 20th place. They're actually, you know what? They could do a little bit better. If I think.
No kills for John Cena? That doesn't sound like him.
I couldn't believe it. You wouldn't even be able to see it if it happened.
Yeah.
But going down the line, remember, top 10.
Free invis as a skin? Different.
Keru there with 11 points in 10th place, and everyone else having a huge chance to get in the money already. Remember, it's just round 1. It's warm up, getting your fingers warmed up, getting your mentality into the game, being immersed in the Fortnite world. You got to do what you got to do. And remember, if you don't have a good next game or the game after, you're going to have a chance. Half of the people here today, more than half, it's going to be paid out. 10 players, so don't give up just yet. Even when it comes down to round number 5, you can get one good game, and that's all it's going to take.
This is more so kind of like a roller coaster ride, but somebody at the end of the ride has to win. That's kind of more of what we're on right now.
So Cars World, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It's predetermined. Sorry, guys. We got a script right here. Little did y'all know.
This is the only script I got.
That's the script that we got.
That's the script I got.
But looking at that going forward, Nick.
21?
21? Just tosses off. But really, going forward into the next round, how have you been liking what everything's going? What are you thinking about? What you should be doing? What did you not like? What did you like from that previous round?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get into it kind of early.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, that final circle has a good amount of people in it, but it's less than I thought was going to be there. So not too much camping going on. I think that kind of comes from the ability to get your laser out and shoot down whatever you want. I mean, we saw it last week using the lightsaber to kind of cut down the bottom of the builds, because you know all the builds from not top players are going to be just wood bottom into something crazy, kind of like just an insane tree. So seeing them get in there with the lightsaber and cut these fools down to size is nice. I'd like to see more of that. But
how you got to do the Star Wars season without any lightsaber fights? We talked about it last week.
You got to stick it in the build and you got to go circle.
I was saying they should have kept the vaults, and then you would have been able to use the lightsabers to just quickly go inside of it.
100%.
I think that would have been pretty cool. But
I did see a crazy online. It was like you fix the blaster and it shoots the wall.
All the little Easter eggs in this season as well. I love that. I really wish they actually made, was it Mustafar, right? No, the Valava planet that they go to at the end of episode 3. Yeah. That would have been a great POI location for this season, but unfortunately,
and then you take one step and it goes do 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 do.
It would have been great.
Take a step out. You take one step in. Do 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 do.
It would have been so good.
Duel of Fates whenever you need it. I love that.
I would have loved that. I mean, they don't even have like the whole Cantina band. If you go to if you go into the desert, it's really, really cool that the little attention to details that they have in this season, really fun. Just feel that they flesh it out a little bit more, but what we are going to be able to flesh out more is the storyline for today, as we're going to be seeing round 2 momentarily right now being dropped off from the battle bus. Thank you, bus driver. Get your gliders out and make it all happen here today. Round number 2 of Friday Frags starting now.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, thank you for bringing the kids down here, but now it's time for these kids to work for you.
That is the way to do it. You know what? Some of our top players, thousands and thousands of dollars in prize money that they've won throughout the years. It's actually a great passive income. Hey, if you're not doing anything on a Friday night, learn some Fortnite and make some money. Quebec, though, is going to be able to find one of my favorite weapons of this season, this little bit of a sniper rifle. It's like half sniper, half DMR, where you're going to be able to just single shot it, but 126 for a headshot, can't beat it, and it's literally a laser, so you can't miss.
I think he might need a laser here. This might be a quick fight coming out of Unger. Wow. The Call of Duty timing might be here.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
There you go, yeah.
Sal going down right now. The second elimination will be them. They didn't even realize where Unger was. Crouch walked around the crate, so they were able to catch them off guard. You saw them trying to corner peek behind cover, but unfortunately, it did not work out.
If you buy 2 tournament entries today, you could sit at 2 different PCs.
Imagine.
Maybe get a second life.
Hey, that would actually be kind of crazy. Just have it on standby, just floating down, just in case. That would be. Hey,
that's where I land. Anytime I start a new BR, that's where I land. I just wait for it to drop everybody out, and I get like 6 free kills.
No, that's true. With the pickaxe, just floating in the water, you're like,
I'll pick up a gun sometimes.
Free XP. Hey, I gotta finish that battle pass too.
I did it one time, and people started like awakening. I was like, oh no, wait.
I love it whenever I get an elimination, and then it's happened a few times. They just constantly want to add me because they're so angry, and I'm like, I didn't even do anything wrong here. Is Diva in the game right now?
Yeah, that's beautiful. I was gonna say, is that the Noid from Pizza Hut? But that might have made me sound 40 years old.
The Noid from Pizza Hut. Did we already have this conversation?
Probably.
I don't even know what that looks like. Let's see.
They'll go back to it. Exactly.
We'll see if they're gonna be able to out Pizza the Hut right here. Switch almost got the jump on him.
That didn't look too difficult at all, making it look easy right now for difficult. No, yeah, I think we do.
There's no shot, right? I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
If anybody's gonna have that skin, it's DPNG 1239765.
I've never seen that in my life. I'm
Look,
gonna be
there
honest
is.
with you.
Look.
Oh,
no one
that's who you're
out-pizzas
talking
the
about.
hut.
No,
Look at that
not-
guy.
That's not the noise.
What is that guy?
A very famous content creator.
Okay. Shout out to a very famous
Hey,
content
the
creator.
Sabrina Carpenter. I forgot their name. I forgot. I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm
Very
sorry.
famous, so
They're
who
very
cares?
famous. They're very famous. There's a lot of those skins in these games. But Basketball Kid crouching around these corners, making sure that they're staying safe.
This is looking like the click skin right here. You seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that one, but I don't know how that. Oh, it does. I'm seeing it now.
Kind of looks like him.
It does. You're not even wrong. Basketball Kid, though, got to be able to stay safe. Remember, like literally on these bridges, it's like a very open sight lane, kind of Call of Duty map type vibe.
Yeah, I feel you. The LOS of just one road. And
hey,
here's a nice line of sight.
Quinn skin, let's go. As we got Mina on the screen right now, gonna be sliding around, trying to do what they do best. Gonna be able to now have their time to shine. Let's see if they're gonna be able to find any of these other competitors. Finds a road jam over here. Could grab some small shields from these clone troopers if they would like to, but gonna slide down to the beach, enjoy the weather, and do what they do best.
Yeah, that's what Harley would do. I'm gonna have to agree. Karu on a very similar route that we saw Unger on.
Yes.
So a little bit of bagging for sure here in this POI.
And I honestly think that's the best way to go. You can get a mythic weapon, a medallion, give yourself a little bit more of an advantage if you just go to these outskirt spots on these bases.
Yeah, I don't. Well, especially when the tournament's thin, but
yeah.
As I don't know. I was trying to think of a better word than bagging because
that's the best way to do it.
That's a Fortnite. That's not a Fortnite thing.
It's going for those rotations, so you're staying into the storm to be able to just go from POI to
Oh,
POI.
dad versus son.
Basketball
Okay.
Kid is gonna come out on top on that 1v1.
Luke, I am your father. Just sonning your dad is just a different feeling.
It is. I feel a little bit bad, but
getting
dad
by your son.
You know what? If it was me, anyone, I would hope it was my son in the tournament.
I would just be like, okay, you have to pay rent now. Like, you can't just kill me in Fortnite.
You're paying for next week's entry, bud.
Yes.
21 Moon X, though, now going with this 1v1. Once again, Basketball Kid not going for the shield. And they're going to get one shot.
Gosh.
What is going to win? Better series, Star Wars or Avatar? And the blue people are going to be able to grab that elimination.
I think mathematically, you might be right as well.
What?
I think as a whole, Avatar is obviously losing money-wise.
You think so?
No, it's probably close. Actually,
I really think it's truly close. I like those movies.
Just more movies, more problems.
That is true. You know what? Avatar has not ran into that problem just yet. But what problem we have right now on screen? Code Wordy popping those splashes, working their way up. Remember, high ground is where you want to be at, so you're able to control these builds, but then here's them leave the fight, so they're going to be able to chase them down. Poncho trying to reposition themselves and just say, hey, I do not want to deal with this anymore. Maybe they ran out of mats. No, not just yet, but they only got wooded logs just left. As Poncho versus Wordy, we're going to be seeing now another build battle. Popping the splashes, has that unlimited sprint, going around these corners, drops down, still not able to land any damage, and now running up these stairs, running up these hills, as we see Code Wordy trying to just break through and take control of them and box them in. And that just means they'll have edit priority, but trying to just laser them down. We're going to be seeing Mina get eliminated. So does Poncho. Kazu and Wordy grabbing their own eliminations and going to reap the rewards of this one. Grabs that chug jug and says, drink, drink, drink. But got that big shield on standby. Beautiful work from those competitors.
Yeah, it's so nice to see Wordy feeling confident in that fight, especially against Poncho Mitu. He loves to just duke it out. So to see him go the extra mile there and win that fight proves that he's got what it takes. He's sitting in second place right now. Look for him to turn up against someone like Unger, who has first place but doesn't necessarily have the kills to go with it.
We'll see what Unger can do here. Crouch walking.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Code Wordy, maybe. We'll see what happens running around these hills.
Yeah, one first place versus second place here. Gonna take some shots. Unger going to...
How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna take some shots and then run away?
Unlimited ammo, bro. You can do whatever you want. You just shoot. Honestly, you could spin around and shoot and probably get a kill.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I mean, these guns don't do a lot of damage. That's one of the problems I have with this season, where you're gonna be seeing, hey, they're gonna be taking a lot of bullets, and then once again, we'll see.
I think I like that, but as you can see, how quickly Hunter was He's not even the builder type, but he built a whole. He got shot once.
So much better at builds too.
I'll say
you
that.
can see that they've practiced it and really.
See how many builds he got shot like maybe one time, and the entire apartment came out.
Oh,
Domer Simpson.
That is crazy. He sees a pixel of their forehead and says, boom, 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 brings them down.
He said, remember when you shot me? Remember when you shot me? I pulled up.
And now we've got a run-in. These two skins trying to blend into the environments. Catwoman jumping their way up. Remember, hey, you know what? If you get choked out by Catwoman, you're saying thank you, as we're going to be seeing these bullets come out flying, but they're not going to be able to land just any of those. 21 Moonex got the elimination onto JX on.
A little bit of time lost there, but I think he's going to stay on the prowl here. Two Changs. This is, I mean, catch me looking just like this. This is me in the game. I use these giant covers.
I hope that's not like you, Nick. They just blundered an entire big
shield. No.
And now they're gonna be
this is like me.
by Unger, and then they clean it up.
What place did I get? 11th? Not bad. Might still be in the money.
You know what? That's fair. 11th place, you still get some points, even if you didn't grab any eliminations. And now the force is going to be showing. Kazu sees the next potential victim, puts out some builds, going to be seeing him on that high ground situation.
See how, like, he's building, yes, but he's also just staying, you know, shouldering these walls as best as you can, and keeping an eye to the sky, because everybody likes to get high ground, but nobody knows how deep it really goes. You really can literally fall off when it comes to some of these situations, so... Not only damage fall off, but you could just plain fall off the build.
Yeah, Kazu trying to land some shots here and there, but breaks down these walls, grabs those edits, gonna be able to control the side here, but still losing the high ground battle. But really nice damage coming out from Kazu, and now this arena account.
Like I can't even tell where he's shouldering that wall.
No,
but as the build starts to break down too, gets another great amount of damage, and now sitting with the shotgun, ready to finish this up.
And now this arena account, you're seeing them, they're trying to just do what they can, backed against the wall. They're running out of mats very fast, has to go down to these wooden logs, and they don't even have an opportunity to heal themselves. Right back up, quick back, going down, difficult, grabbing one, as they're gonna be able to try and pop this chug jug as fast as they can, but it's not looking opportunistic as Kazu is trying to break down these walls and control them.
I like it, but at the same time, like, he's in panic mode. He has no materials left. I mean, Kazu's in panic mode now. He needs to get this kill quick, but I like what he did there, ESL Fort, you know, building as much as he could in the time span, but it does seem like Kazu's going to be able to get through. No, just continuing to run through the maze that he built himself. Big, smart stuff here, but you're only really wasting Kazu's time. You're about stuck as you can be.
And with that storm coming, this arena account's got to figure out something to give themselves a little bit of time to at least put up some sort of shields, heals, or otherwise. Kazu trying to break down these walls once again and claim them, get these edits. But beautiful movement from that arena account, but it's not going to be enough. The pressure from Kazu and the offensive aggression is what gave them that hand over the other competition. That arena account, though, did a beautiful job going around these corners, trying to make themselves...
It's just the pettiness of being in Storm. You know, you're in Storm, you don't want the person to kill you, but you also don't want them to get anything from killing you as well. So, able to use his materials, but unfortunately does get away with a chug jump there. He's not going to be able to save that, however. So... Good job on that other player, but you got to get the win there as well.
Code Wordy breaking down these corners, but the trade comes out. Difficult, beautiful move there to be able to find them in that small window. As Code Wordy, though, now going to be able to run their way up, trying to break through, sees where they're going, and now is going to be able to capture right into it. Breaks it down with their pickaxe, trying to edit through and control them. But Difficult with that beautiful top-tier placement of that building. They're going to be, drop down, but doesn't take any fall damage. They're trying to find a way to make themselves safe. It puts down a box of metal, and that's going to be a little bit difficult to get through. They got to pop these big shields. If they don't, they're going to be a really bad spot. Code Wordy jumping right through, going around these corners, and now has the opportunity to control them and box them in. Championship boxing right here, right now. Down they go. Difficult. Not going to win that exchange, but great work. They were actually building out of their minds.
Yeah, it just really goes to show you what the counter play is to that situation, right? You're down a couple health, you know you need to pop these. What do? Okay, I can't stay high ground because he'll come up here. I'm going to try to drop down and find a place to heal, but Code Wordy just too quick on it. Saw him the whole time, but like you were saying, very smart to just try to traverse the build a little bit and give some time. Anything could happen. Somebody could come from the sky and shoot down at him. The Millennium Falcon could hit you in the head. There's a lot of things that can happen in that moment. So just looking for plays like that that can help you get out of those situations maybe.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And being able to get that movement down and do what they do is a very difficult thing to really trust yourself to say, hey, I'm going to drop down here, put up these walls. But unfortunately, and what I've been saying week after week is that if you're going to play the offensive moves, you are going to win. If you're trying to break into these builds and put them against a wall, you are going to be seeing that they don't have the dog in you like Arcade Dude does. And it's just the reality of the situation, though, is that you have to be able to be confident in every which way, in every spot that you put yourself in. You got to do what you do best and just try to shoot back if you can. And
there's always going to be an attacker and a defender in those build battles, and it's up to you to decide which one you are at that moment. But a lot of it comes back to how much health you have, so how much you've taken during that fight.
Oh, yeah.
And right there we see it come to fruition pretty quickly, actually, as Code Wordy takes down Arcade Dude. Had a pretty rough round one, is taking some shots off the rip here.
Just out of nowhere, too. They were just opening up
and look who it is.
And they only got the pump shotty. Code Wordy got the bullets, though, and they're going to be able to grab their third elimination of this game. Unfortunate for Arcade Dude. Did not have the dog in him that time, unfortunately, but they really just didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. I didn't even see him on the screen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, in that moment, you know exactly what's going on. Code Wordy is the attacker. He's trying to break into the build, and RK is just sitting there on the defense. But what is he doing while he's on the defense? He hadn't been shot too much. You know, he had time to either build up or build down or build a direction. So really, the quicker you can play the defensive in this game is what makes these attacker type players that, you know, are so good but have that confidence. It makes them take a second, take a longer thought of the whole fight. Oh, okay, now I have to break into this build. I have to waste all this mats. I have to do all this. To play the defensive in this game is very hard.
It is.
But the way you do it is just literally build or literally kind of shoulder the walls and get those quick shotgun shots that we've seen other people do.
Yeah, and really with this game now, also with those easy builds, you're going to be able to at least put up something so that you're able to do it. But if you can't aim or build, I think you're out of luck. But you have to do one or the other. If you're good at aiming and you're good at editing, all you got to do is put down one wall, boom, and try and catch them off guard. But if you're not able to do that, it's going to be a way rougher tournament.
If you can't aim or shoot or build, I
recommend you going to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Speedway tomorrow.
Or you could be a caster, maybe. Maybe you could talk your way through it. But Code Wordy goes down. 21 Moon X. Stop. I love this player because, you know, as a negative Nancy myself, I can see how you can get, you know,
down. You were negative Nick.
Yeah, exactly. You can get down on yourself and, you know, start to think that you might not be worth it. But you can see Moon X coming in with a fresh mindset, dropping three. Dropping
look at their loot this time. They got everything they need.
Chugged up. Looks like he's having a good old night at the bar.
I love it. You know what? If you do want to get a Chug Jug, Mike can make you up one up real good. Very, very great stuff. Remember, we got our Mother's Day deals as we get into this next storm. Remember, with a top 5 situation into the 5th storm is kind of crazy. And remember, we had 12 players left going into the 6th storm. So a little bit of a change up on the pacing of how this round is going. But what we're seeing right now, everyone having the resources they need to succeed. Will they make it happen, though? 4 of these competitors having that storm priority and the circle priority, but unfortunately, we're seeing a little bit of an outlier here, maybe intentionally just try to survive as long as they can. But really, at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's going to go down unless you start to press the attack.
Is that Mace Windu right there? Mace Window?
Hey, that skid's out today. I do believe. Let me check that item shop before we get into this next build battle.
Purple lightsaber? Sign me up. He's alive.
He is alive. He did not fall down from that giant building. They somehow survived. Mace Windu is in
Bro, he's literally a Jedi. They don't die from literally anything.
That is true. You know what? They don't die from lightsabers. They don't die from fall damage. What do they die from?
Oh, the younglings.
Oh,
that's a different.
Yeah,
that's different.
They didn't learn those skills yet.
Yeah.
You got to level up first.
Exactly. And that's why we're down here at HyperX Arena, leveling up. May the Revenge of the 5th, what is it, the 8th? What's today, 9th?
Oh, maybe the 9 movies? What was that be? What was that? I don't even remember what that movie was called.
Return of the Jedi?
No, the 9th movie, right?
Rise of Skywalker.
We got Rise of Nine Walker. 9, right? 9, May the 9th. Yeah.
No.
No.
Hunter.
Hunter here, though.
Still hunting.
We're going to be seeing them. Got to be able to peek all around these corners. 21 Moon X, though, throws up those walls real fast. We see him. Beautiful mythic weapon once again. They love this little single shot assault rifle going on right now. Also got that pump shotty on standby in case someone tries to break down their walls. But now with that third party, this is going to be a really awkward situation.
Oh, man.
Grabbing Moon X. They're going to end up in that 5th place spot.
I think 21 ended with 4 eliminations, if not 3. Kazu sitting with 2 right now. 4 players remaining out of the 20.
And they're just going to wait until the storm pushes them together. No reason to move just yet until the storm makes them, as some of these players running for that priority, trying to grab these corners now that they know where the next circle is.
Look at that build. Look at that build that Karu built. I mean,
nice.
You're talking structurally integral right there.
You know what? Give this man a job.
Dude, that guy
Let them revamp the Luxor hallway thing right there.
They're literally making the Luxor. That's the start. That's the start of it there.
Unger going to be able to grab some mats. They're topped off in every which way. Unfortunately, their guns not looking that great, and Karu's going to be able to track it out. What do they listen to?
You build something that beautiful, and then the storm moves.
I don't even know what they're jamming out to right now.
Begging on your knees to be popular.
Hunter, though, going to be in a really good spot. Like I said before, got that mythic, got that purple, and all of those wombo combo combinations, and potentially that medallion that lets you cool down your weapon faster.
I don't think I've ever heard a boo, but that's different.
Kazu going to be breaking down these trees. Their match looking a little bit low going into this 7th storm. Storm is pushing in. Let's see if they're going to be able to get their mats right back up. Got these blasters on standby, trying to check up off these tiny builds before it actually all goes down in this top 4 situation.
Yeah, there's a large little water feature here in the middle, and then as well as one on the right side as well. So Karu sitting pretty. Actually, I thought the storm was gonna make it move a little bit more, but I mean, you're talking about dude is in a CAD class for sure.
Gotta be.
There is a bottom tier. There is I mean, if that was Portafort, I wouldn't even be surprised. That is
the Portafort in the game right there.
Sickest little snake road I've ever seen, and he's gonna be safe up there for the time being. He put the work in, and you can see it's all metal.
You know what I love about Hunter right here? Guess what they're looking at right now? A huge slurp truck right beside them, so if they do take damage, they're able to just look how much damage it's taken so far. So they're able to just slap it once and get all of their health back. So they're actually in the best spot possible around this top 4 situation.
Playing it smart.
And until that storm moves, hey, they got a full 200 on standby.
No, this guy is building out of his mind. Karu has the lightsaber as well. Look for him to get mixy when it comes down to the final circle. They are going to have to move to this southeast kind of section here. Looks like that's a bit of a water feature as well. So
southwest kind of section.
Go east.
But going into this next storm, 8th storm coming up. These competitors are not even looking at each other until right now. We see Kazu trying to run across and get into some sort of zone priority, zone advantage. As they're going to get shot from the right side there. Pops that slap juice, gets that unlimited sprint. It's so useful, but now going to hide themselves under, jump out, and try to reposition. Remember, that storm, that circle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. There's only a limited time left before you have to just go in and fight.
The player shooting at him too is Karu from this top building. It looks like that building is not a factor anymore, but still on the high ground is Karu. Unger taking a lower approach here, trying to put some shots into Kazu. Like I said, it's free reign. Obviously, you don't want to make the entire server mad, but all of these builds can go down. The blasters are going to make sure that that is the case as this storm starts to move in, and Kazu just still hanging out in the water right now. Might be the best place to be, might be the worst.
We'll see what happens. There's a lot of these competitors still just waiting.
Karu holding hands.
Yeah, Kazu in that bush as well. Karu just jamming out, waiting for anything to happen in these final few storms. And until it starts grooving, like you're seeing how far that circle is now things are about to actually pop off, trying to get into that storm and have that advantage and just wait for all of these other competitors to have to use their builds. And there's mats, but Unger going to be able to protect themselves just last second before Hunter's bullets landed, but now trying to break down, get resource manage these mats as best as they can. Pops that slap juice, gonna be able to grab that unlimited sprint, but now still everyone just hiding, taking inch by inch. But now we're gonna be seeing Hunter. Beautiful shot being landed there. Gonna shred Unger's shields there.
Yeah, you gotta be a lion in this situation, a hungry lion. There's 3 players that are in the way of your fight, so someone needs to step up here. I mean, obviously, you have Kazu trying to knock down some builds here. Beautiful stuff as he gets into the build and destroys Karu, who was being a bit of a build hog, and now that might be the straw that broke the camel's back. Kazu, actually, they find their time in this tasty freeze area.
Yeah, gotta jump in, grabs those slap juices. That's what they want, the unlimited sprint. But was it worth it in the end? Has to pop that chug jug, so it actually is gonna be worth it. They're gonna be able to top off. I would have topped off those shields too. You know what? Brave by you though. As Unger's gonna be here trying to just put up some walls, protection, and otherwise top 3 situation. We're gonna be seeing Kazu's builds just get shredded. Both of them looking up, trying to make sure that they don't have to deal with that huge advantage what's going on right now. That high ground is just such a great point of view.
No high ground, everything out. Right now, it does seem like there's just a couple of builds that can come their way, but still gonna find themselves. Not very good wood management over here, and Unger sitting with no mats at all. So look for him to be the bottom aggressor.
And now Hunter also running out of mats and running out of health as that storm is going to be popping off.
50 cal Hunter!
Whoa, Kazu gets turned around, and now they're going to be a Hunter in the high ground. 1v1 situation between Unger and Hunter, but they have the high ground. But Unger's going to be able to land a ton of shots, and that's going to be the Anakin Skywalker of this round.
Yeah, once again, Unger coming out on top, just shouldering the corners perfectly, keeping an eye to the sky. Very hard to do in a lot of our scenarios. You see the high ground winning, but if you keep your eye to the sky, he got 2 kills there that are so important that are going to have him shoot up that leaderboard if he's not already on top of it.
You already saw that conversation going on with Hunter and then Unger, and he's like, don't do it! Boom, 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 boom. And then it was done. It was in a wraps. Hunter literally had everything they needed. The chug jug.
Started to get low on management of mats, I'm sure, there, because it didn't look too confident.
But even then, it was just all you had to do was heal yourself back up and then go into the fight. But unfortunately, losing the gun battle of accuracy, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. We're playing Fortnite. We're trying to hit each other with some blasters, and Unger was able to blast the competition away.
What's easier, shooting up or shooting down?
Oh, shooting down, absolutely. You see how much you can actually see when you're on that high ground, but when you're looking up everything around you, granted in a 1v1, I would say it's a little bit easier, but when you're looking down at this entire area of ants, and you just got the spray bottle, pew, pew, pew.
Yep, that's true.
It's a lot easier than having to just look up, and then your point of view is just totally in shambles.
You lose all your FOV, everything. You just look straight up in the air. That's 100% right. I agree with you.
Which is wild how Hunter lost that one. That would have been a huge win for them going on this scoreboard.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen Hunter get first place.
No, I don't think we have just yet. So it would have been great.
There's a lot of players we've seen cross that barrier, but
it's also great, though, to see Unger. They're bringing it back, grabbing those first-place finishes finally. After not seeing them a lot in these confident spots, really falling into the wayside, grabbing those 5th and 6th place victories. But now we're seeing them be a lot more confident now that the competition a little bit slimmer.
Honestly, I think that was the name that I was saying the most back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, once we Baka kind of went and then came back, before he came back, it was kind of the Unger show. But right now, no Zafu. Kazu trying to do his best out here. Hunt Dog really almost clutching that one up there. Just a little bit of a misstep at the end, but he's been doing better and better at getting up this finals list. So look for him to turn up around this 3rd or 4th game, because he knows what it takes, man. He just gotta do it at the end of the day.
You do, and we gotta do what we gotta do and show y'all the scores. Let's see, so far so good. Who is in this top 10 payout? As we've got the Hunger in first place with that 55 points. Kazu in second with 48 points, tying with Hunt Dog right there. 7-point difference between second and first place, and then Code Wordy in fourth with 43 points. Moon X right behind it. Huge drop though.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy, but then 10th place with Sal. Right behind him are every other competitor here in the house.
The brothers still staying together on the top of floor. This might be the move, man. Come in with your brother and get double prizing.
Hey, double. 2 times. Is that 4 times, technically, the money that you could get. Bring a family member down, compete with them, and have a great time. But like I said, even if you have a bad next game, round 3, there's still 3 more rounds to go. So do not panic, do not worry. Land on one of these named locations, get a legendary weapon, and do what you can to try and win these gunfights. Because truly, it's as easy as whapping out your pickaxe and breaking down some walls and shooting.
Easy as...
Unfortunately, you don't got the aura like Darth Vader does in Rogue One. Unfortunately,
get them right now. They can't.
Can we remake that in one of these matches? You just build a giant hallway and then you got the Darth Vader, lightsaber, and you just walk down the hallway. No.
Yeah, I think we can make that happen.
I think so. It almost happened. You know what? Like we saw with Karu's build with that staircase. That was kind of wild. That was wild. So going
into the actual like military bridge that you could have taken tanks over.
I wish we had the TIE Fighter and X-Wings, but we used the tournament mode settings. That would be a little bit of fun just to flip it on its head, saying, hey, halfway through, we're going tournament mode. But for right now, we're going the original
If there was
mode.
enough TIE Fighters for the whole class, then we should have.
I'm not going to lie to you, at least this week.
If we could have just had them all in TIE Fighters right now, that would be the best commentary that we could possibly have.
That would be insane. Just that Friday Frags dogfight would be actually wild.
Yeah, let's run
I would love that. I would love that. Come on, right. But there is a little bit of discussions. They want to bring a lot of there's some community members, if you haven't already joined the Allied Esports Discord server, because then you can be up to date on giving feedback, telling them what events you want next, if you want them to change up this builds tournament. If we got enough feedback, we will. Talks of bringing back
duos was fun.
Duos was fun. We haven't had that in a minute. Reload is something that a lot of these competitors want back, a little bit more faster paced, a little bit more action, so that you're always trying to find these picks and grab these battles. But something that could. And we even have alumni players incorporated in the next Fortnite events coming up. So if you haven't already, check out the calendar. Check out what events are coming up.
It's time to practice
next.
Fortnite. Okay, there's a lot of video games out. We're at a peak, honestly, and it's only gonna get better.
And Fortnite's literally paying you to buy their skins. So if you buy a skin right now, the $10 skin, they give you $1.80 back. If you buy a $20 skin or $23 V-Buck card through Epic Games, they'll give you $4.80 back. So you know what? It's the best time to play Fortnite because they're literally discounting all of their packs right here, right now.
I 100% agree, man. And there's nothing like coming down to the arena and playing it.
Nah.
Guys, you gotta check the calendar. It's super simple. I might be reaching out to certain people in the future to pull up, but right now I love the community with Fortnite. All these kids down here, they deserve it, man. And
they do.
Shout out to mom and dad for bringing them down here because, I mean, Mother's Day coming up, but also, Luke, I am your father.
You gotta support the Star Wars as well as support the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe scene. That's coming up tomorrow. Remember, Speedway, if you want to play some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Did my scene die? Did they kill my scene?
They're talking about bringing it back.
Okay.
They're talking about it. They're saying, hopefully, the fighting game tournaments might be back as well eventually. We're trying to get the Marvel Rivals going again as well. You can sign up for
now
that.
That is going to be fun.
That is a very fun event. So check out the calendar. That's all going to be next week. So be a part of those events as well. It's a lot of action happening here at the HyperX Arena. But tomorrow, what you got to sign up for next
the Eye of Agamotto. Oh.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and the Eye of Agamotto. If you don't, you're going to get frozen in time and you're going to miss out.
There you go. It looks like we're getting ready for game number 3. We are flying through them today, just like that battle bus, baby. 19 players in the server and ready to destroy.
You know what? Would you trust that battle bus?
No. But
No.
also the Death Star, very well constructed, had some problems. So.
Yeah, I would trust the battle bus more than the Death Star. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean,
giant planet.
anytime it's Mark III, like we're on our 3rd Death Star, like come on.
Well, like
It's
imagine,
obviously
like,
not gonna work.
Talking about not working, like imagine like the upkeep cost on that. Like who's paying for that, right?
The Empire.
Imagine like you have to repair something on like the 800th floor of
Yeah.
the Death Star. Like what is the paycheck looking like that, right?
Oh, it's looking.
I think they make it a good living out there, right? Or is
For
it
sure.
just like
and then you're
die?
on the 5th floor, and all of a sudden you're cut in half by a lightsaber. Who pays for the insurance on that one?
Oh man,
I was trying to do my job.
I was just trying to survive out here, and then y'all just start lightsabering it up. I was trying to just do my job, and then
There's got to be living
quarters.
There's got to be living quarters. There's got to be.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying though. Imagine just the water breaks one time, and it's just like, hey, what are you gonna do? What do you like? It's limited supply of water. We got to get into the logistics of all this.
No, I think there's a reason they blew it up. they couldn't even start to get to the logistics of it. But Pachu Mitu playing with his brother here today on stage. Also got the Mandalorian versus Basketball Kid.
I love it. Got the baby Yoda, by the way.
Yeah,
Grogu
we were
in the
talking a little
backseat.
smack on him last week for not having the baby Yoda, but he's got the baby Yoda in tow.
I love
this
it.
guy knows how to do skins.
Yeah, that's the.
This is the only place you can come show off your skins. I don't think anybody knows that.
Yeah.
Your skins sit at home and they don't do anything. You bring them out to here, you get to show them off.
You know, every single round I'm bringing out a new skin. That's all I'm
Exactly.
saying.
That's
you know
fire.
what? My launcher's been waiting to get shown off. That's all I'm saying.
I wish they had baby Anakin. I'd rock that. Baby Anakin on Jar Jar Binks' shoulders.
Oh, that would be so cute.
I would pay money for that.
They are adding momentarily some of the new cosmetics that they're talking about is like a little buddy that walks beside you. So that would actually be adorable.
I like that
a
till
baby
he's
Anakin.
hanging out of the build, and I'm like, bro, get in here.
Get in here. What are you doing? Why are you head peeking out there? Get safe. Swillix, though, one of the competitors we've been seeing, a little bit struggling. Hasn't been doing too well throughout the rounds, but going into round number 3, a lot of elimination still on the board here. 18 players left. If you got the time, do it. Be able to grab
Things change, man. We got 3 rounds here to pick it up. 50 Cal Hunter been playing out of his mind in these last couple tournaments, really locked in on getting the victory. You see someone like Unger, who was back-to-back for a good amount of time. Jackson here, chilling, vibing.
Yeah, gonna be able to grab some small shields.
This is Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the guys.
That was one of the outposts. But we got the train, also a great way to get your.
This is actually where I land.
The trains are really fun. I'm glad they copied that from Apex. I think that's one of the most fun landing spots, actually. But they're going to jump off. They said our stop is right here, and now trying to run back up to the train. Hunter is going to take it all over, though.
It's like, never mind.
I wonder where that was going.
Just any 007 anything.
Hey, there's our target.
Yeah.
Oh, he got off.
Oh, he got off the stop.
That's
Exactly.
not good. Then we got the dog in him, Arcade Dude. Gonna be here. Got a nice little loadout. I love that submachine gun, by the way. I think it's one of the best guns.
I'm not a fan of the pistol, even though it looks awesome and it looks like it. It's.
Who shot first? Not me, because I didn't even get the elimination off of it.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Yeah, it looks so real to the story that it might literally be the one from the where they just don't hit anything with it.
That's actually so funny. Mandalorian Season 2 finale. Why is this thing working? It's not on us. These guns are just talking about money. Who's paying for the guns? Oh, yeah, they're like the dollar store weapons.
True. Who's the Iron Man of
True.
the
Who's
Star Wars
designing
universe?
all of this?
Yeah. Sudeikis.
Oh yeah, Jason Sudeikis was one of the stormtroopers in that season finale.
Silent Bob was also one of the characters.
It's actually so fun to know that a lot of people just like being in the Star Wars universe, and they just
why not?
Like they would just be a stormtrooper for no reason. They're just like, yeah, of course, I'll just come up on set.
Yeah, I'm in
a
there.
day shoot, I'm down. You don't even gotta pay me. But right now, Hunter's trying to get
that's
paid.
what they did to Boyega. They were just like, come be a stormtrooper. He's like, okay, and he's in the story. He's like, wait.
Hold on. Oh, we're seeing Hunter grabbing a little bit of a trim on their toenails. Back drops down right into
trims
a laser
the tree,
blaster.
just as you were saying.
Oh.
Trims the tree down real quick. Hunter, once again, getting better at building, getting better at being in these scenarios. You know, it's high. You're up there in the height of the moment. You're up there on stage. You got to keep your wits about you. He does it perfectly there. It doesn't fall off.
Being the aggressor, it works out. It truly does. If you're not being the aggressor.
But what happens when two aggressors meet? Yeah,
it's going to need some mediation.
That's why you got your defensive play, right? You see some defensive play coming out here. Takes a little bit of a shot. And another.
Unger, though, going around this corner.
And
boom,
another.
Boom, boom. Going to be able to use that shotgun and pick up their first elimination of this round. Do a little bit of a dance. Do it. That's also... Bye. What is it?
He did the...
I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, no.
Difficult, though, sliding down this mountain. And
snowboarding.
I love it. You know what? With this 90-degree weather, give me some snow somewhere.
Yeah, for real.
I am good. I've already sweated out every single possible
Well, you're going to Atlanta.
That is true.
During the summer, though.
Yeah, that's it, especially with how hot it is already. I'm not looking forward to that. But we're going to be sweating. But yeah, talking about Atlanta, yeah, MomoCon going to be a huge Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament out there, as well as DreamHack happening at the end of the month.
I want to go to DreamHack so bad. Somebody fly me out.
Hey, yeah,
that's the first time they're going to have Call of Duty and Halo in the same building.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man. And it's going to, all weekend this weekend.
Yeah,
hopefully
not next weekend.
Hopefully not at the end of the month weekend.
Soon it shall pass.
I will not want that humidity. I walked outside in like 5 minutes. I was drenched in sweat one time in Atlanta. I was like, I walked across the park like literally 5 minutes, and I was like, why am I dying? But yeah, humidity.
That's like when we both called out that those were Florida trees. We could tell they were just droopy enough.
They were just droopy enough. We gotta bring that back.
Code Wordy though, playing it slow and low here as he always does.
Will they be able to live up to their bounty hunter name? Code Wordy going around trying to box them in. They're going to be able to break down these doors. Hits one more shot and jumps off to the side. Beautiful jump shot to grab their first elimination of this round. DPG, though, did do a great job trading with Wordy. Unfortunately, just missing those shots.
Yeah. I would say that is your consensus right there for what it like a really good player looks like to a normal player.
Yeah.
Yes, you can box up. Yes, you can do what you can, but it's about what you do in the box, not about just putting up the walls.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it in Spider-Man too. He jumped up on those walls and he was able to take down those boxers.
I think so.
Spider-Man 1, come on. But Swillick's gonna be controlling.
All I know is
these electrical towers.
All I know is evil Toby.
You never seen those movies?
No, I've seen them, but I just know.
Okay. I was about to say,
Evil Toby.
I was about to walk out of this commentary booth and just be like, all right, we're bringing in a TV and you're gonna learn.
Unfortunately, I've been alive for too long to not see everything.
I was about to be shocked. TikTok Poncho, though, gonna be able to grab those splashes, get themselves healed up a little bit. Gonna be doing the rotations in the storm, trying to just, like you said, it's kind of like a sandbag where you're going intentionally back so that you're not gonna run into people, and hopefully by the time you do get into the storm, it'll be like top 10 and you'll be able to start.
There's that version, and then there's this kind of, camping the line version where we're just getting into the storm. We're making sure no one's behind us. We're making sure no one's in front of us. If they are, just kind of move with the storm versus I'm so far back and I got to heal up and I got to do all these things, but I am away from any possible danger.
Yeah, and then like you're seeing with TikTok Poncho, those 3 med kits, that's going to be enough for a minute until that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tick happens in these storms. But 50 cal Hunter going to break some ankles. They drop down a little bit too far, but has those heals on standby.
He's got his eye on the prize here. This is more so what I'm talking about. This is actually zone camping, if you will.
I actually love it. It's going to be an interesting situation to see if Poncho's going to be able to do what they do best and really be the aggressor, because that's what we know Poncho to do, is really be more aggressive. But then this week, taking the more passive route, and I don't know why they would want to do that, especially this week of all weeks when we know how talented they can be in these build battles and boxing people in. But for the time being, we'll see what happens as Poncho
the attackers are definitely the attackers are definitely waiting or not waiting around for the other players in this one today. However, it does seem like you were saying, not really worried because you have all this med kits, all this health, all this, nothing to worry about. But
And now hearing some footsteps.
Yeah, now
Hunter
something to worry about.
trying to land up those shots, but Poncho immediately throws down some walls to negate the rest of the damage. Beautiful awareness and beautiful just reaction speed to be able to just say,
I like
hey,
this.
First 2 shots, walls up, I'm running.
Yeah, you could see that from Hunter earlier. He made a similar play, but I'm not liking the tunnel vision of that moment, you know, for Hunter. You know, someone who is scatterbrained like myself. You got to be thinking of 50 things at once, and right there he was just looking for that kill and might not pay dividends, might only pay 1.
2 Changs though, trying to find 3, but they're going to be able to just say I'm going to traverse my way through the world today, as they got the speeder and they're trying to just say, you know what, no one's really finding each other just yet until we get to those final few circles. But even then on that Ace Storm, it was a little bit rough, a little bit less of an eventful round in this round 3. People playing a lot more passive, not wanting to go in these fights like you just saw with Hunter. You were expressing it, did not actually take the opportunity with the advantage that they had and waited for. That they just really tunneled in.
And someone like Unger, someone like Code Wordy, they're not waiting for nothing. They know that they have to do 3 things here. It's get metal, get brick, and get some wood. So right now you can see Unger has everything he could possibly ever want in the builds, but also as the shields go, as the guns go, he's right where he needs to be. And now you can see him literally prioritizing the metal because that's what he needs to get. He's not topped off. He's going to go ahead and get that and move on with his tournament.
That's all you got to do, really, in this middle of the game. If you're not finding anyone, make sure that you are grabbing as many mats as you can as they try to show a little bit of intimidation there. Got the red lightsaber in hand.
That scared me. Definitely would burn down that bush.
Hey, you know what? Would you bleed in your Cyber Crystal, Nick, to make it evil?
Yeah.
But slaying all the younglings does not.
Yeah, I hung out with Giancarlo Esposito, so me and him, black lightsaber boys for life.
Ooh, we'll see what Swellix can do here, trying to just put down some bushes to try and discombobulate the competition. But right now, trying to control these walls and keep themselves safe so that they don't get out-edited. They got this shotgun on standby, still just trying to find the moment. Mina right across the way, trying to find an entry from this opportunity here. Puts up that wall, still trying to keep themselves safe. It's slowly but surely getting built up, but the bullets come out and he shreds these walls.
See how quickly he turned that dome edit into a ramp to stop the ongoing bullet storm that's coming at him. So beautiful stuff there, but you need a little bit more than just a 1-by-1. You can't just, you know, you're not wasting ammo at this point.
No,
so
you can literally still light.
We can sit here all day.
Like, truly, with how big the minimap still is with this circle, no one else is going to find you. So you got to just go for it, get into these builds, and do what you can in these moments. Mina going around these corners, going to be able to jump up to the high ground, trying to just break it down and control this box. Swillix still just backed against the wall. Not really much aggression coming out from Mina just yet.
Oh, I like this though. Getting aggressive. Shotgun. No! Shotgun is going to win though. Mina not ready to go down without a fight. Saw the lightsaber came out and just hit those shots, baby.
That is what we're talking about today. No matter if you got a lightsaber, if you got the accuracy, you can groove your way.
A little smooth jig to go with it.
I love it. That is the way to do it. Not even getting intimidated, because that was actually a crazy cool move. Changed it to a wooden wall, sliced it down, tried to catch him off guard, but unfortunately, fortunately enough for Mina, was able to grab that elimination. Truly great awareness, great accuracy, and great confidence across the board. So we go over to Hunter with that 1 elimination as well. 13 players left in this round. Very exciting battle there.
Only 6 players down with 4 storms and a lot of storms to go. So very slow round, as you were saying.
4 storms and 7 seasons ago.
Exactly.
That was the last time we saw a fight.
Exactly.
Arcade Dude here, going to be able to put up some walls, do what they do best. And you know what? You got to put the dog in the cage sometimes.
I mean, there's a lot of players that come to these events that, you know, we talk to beforehand that say, like, oh, I'm going to win this, I'm going to kill it. And the only people that I've really seen still... it's getting vocal down there.
On the stage right now, screaming, put up some walls, defend yourself!
Yeah.
Mina's trying to do their best, but no! Poncho is flying flying across the field, and they're going to be able to land those shots. The screams of agony just fuels these competitors.
Yeah, for real. Nothing like says I'm in danger, like just screaming at the top of your lungs, but still, Mina gets that one elimination and finishes in the top 13 area. So hopefully with how the points rock out, you can see it coming to fruition for them as well. But Karu,
zero eliminations, just staying on the outskirts.
I don't think I don't think we're going to be getting these early eliminations for the rest of the tournament.
No, not at all. I mean, that first round, I really was thinking that everyone was going to be able to find each other. But now everyone playing so passive, not wanting to be the first one out, just saying, hey, the storm will move us in. Are they intentionally jumping again?
No.
That was just insane.
I
thought they were peeking out, looking back at each other. That would have been kind of wild.
They're both just kind of doing this dash cancel situation, but yeah, it's kind of a hard fight to pick, especially when you're out here by the trees. As these players start to get pushed in by the little bit of storm damage that comes with it. On this 7th, though, it's going to start ticking hard.
And difficult, going to be peeking out, trying to get some information, relay it back to their brain as 21 Moon X. Gonna get caught off guard, a lot of damage coming out there, but the splash comes out. Gonna be able to get that unlimited sprint, going across these corners. Really nice bob and weave from wall to wall. And that's how you're resource using these sort of mats. 21 Moon X,
look at that too, able to build through the fight as well. Playing defensive on the way up.
Still controlling that high ground, trying to box them in, trying to make sure that they go where they want them to. It's a cat and mouse type game, as they're going to be able to break down these walls and control it. Almost gets it, and I do believe they did there. And now going to be able to have that trade.
Ouch.
21 Moon X's confidence going as low as their shields are, as we're going to be seeing Code Wordy pop that small shield and try to jump
quickly
in.
Getting back to the shields, though. You saw how the confidence from 21 Moon, now he finds out it's Wordy, and the way he finds out is a nice shotgun to the face. He is going to get high ground, however. Start to look down on his opponent.
Yeah, the shot back is going to be pretty brutal. As 21 Moon X just took a fight that they weren't ready for, as Hunter's going to be able to pop that big shield, and now they're going to be in a fight of their own, this 1v1 build battle. One person being in the storm, though, I would say, hey, chill for the time being. Try and find your way. And they're not going to be able to heal yourself. You're going to have a huge advantage. Breaking down that tree so that they have a better sight line. They got that mythic assault rifle also on standby. Let's see if they utilize it.
You're saying this is the way.
This is the way. Is it the way?
Yeah, like you said, one more player goes down. You find yourself getting some more points in that top 10 scenario. This is the way, man. You got to find one person to get out here. Best case scenario, you find him, and then you end him.
That is the best case situation, but now with the storm,
doesn't look like anybody's ending anybody.
No, not at all. Even with the storm getting that to that point where half of it's in the storm, half of it's not, you still don't have a lot of players who are even near it. So still going to be a little bit of time. 11 players left in this round. 6 storms in. We're gonna now finally get down to it. It took around 9 or 10 storms to even try to get these competitors to go after one another. And Poncho, once again, still chilling in the storm. But with that 2 tick, it adds up real fast. And when you're this far away from the circle, you got to start resource draining. And when you resource drain, you won't have it for those final circles. But pops that slap juice and guts that unlimited sprint to at least get them closer. But that storm is moving.
Yeah,
They're not getting closer.
I'm starting to think he's not going to make it. Honestly, not utilizing the drift either. You can kind of fly in from the height he was at, but still having to run it. And I don't think he's going to pop this as well.
They have to pop it right here, right now. Still with that 2-tick, trying to bunny hop their way through. Let's play the CSGO montage music. But for the time being, they are going to be able to grab one of these sprites and potentially get them the boost that they're looking for. Has to drop the medkit, though, for it. And there's someone waiting right outside the storm, just like we were talking about.
Let me guess, 50 cal hunt dog.
Potentially.
Yeah, look at him, Hunter there on the edge.
Yeah, you're so right. It's so wrong. Hunter hits him through the hair. As the arena account's going to be able to grab that elimination on the RK dude. The dog was unleashed, but unfortunately it was on a leash there. As we see Hunter now going to try and check these rooftops as 2 of these other competitors looking across the way and playing it really safe still. But now we got a third person battle going on right now.
the reason I knew that was Hunter is because he was kind of utilizing that strategy throughout the other rounds, and you can see him kind of staying on the edge here, even while they're kind of moving into this space. He wants to get he wants to circumvent all the possible fights he might have to do and just try to kill these stragglers who are out on the wayside. Two Changs taking 2 chunks out of his forehead right there. Keru wants this elimination and he wants it bad. Gonna try to get into the build as quickly as possible without taking too much time here as the heals do come up, but 2 Changs doesn't stand a chance. 2 Changs, 2 shots. Keru is gonna take over the fight.
That is kind of ridiculous. I don't even believe that they claimed they had that edit on standby, so they were able to just lure them into exactly where they wanted to be, edit the build, and grab that shotgun shot. That was just big brain moves.
That was like someone breaks into your house, but then they built the door, so they have the final key to open it up. That was beautiful stuff there.
That is kind of crazy. I thought you were gonna say they laid down the foundation. Of
yeah,
that house.
Exactly.
And then
you go into the basement to hide, and they're like, "Dude, I built the foundation. What do you mean?"
They just crawled up right behind you.
Exactly.
Dunzo.
There's a good scary movie we could write down. I had the key the whole time.
I feel like how has that not really been done before?
Exactly. My thoughts exactly.
As we're going to be seeing Basketball Kid go into this build battle right here, right now. Gonna try get a trade, but unfortunately not gonna land their shots there.
Ooh, I like what he's doing though. You can see it. He's so close to being the best player out here, man. I know it's my job to say come out to HyperX Arena, but Basketball Kid really just does it for me, man. Like
every week they're here, they're supporting the scene, and they're getting better.
Yeah.
And it's so good to see.
I hate to say that I want to keep seeing him, and you know I feel for his dad who's got to bring him out here every week. But he gets to play too. They have a fun time. But yeah, just barely not getting in the swing of thing there. But in the money, in the top 10, gotta love it. And I think I know what the future holds for Basketball Kid. Great things.
What the future holds for difficult, though, is a difficult ending for this round. We're down to a top 6 situation. We got Code Wordy, Hunter, Arena account number 4, Unger, and Kazu and Keru all here into this final few storms. We'll see what happens next.
Code Wordy taking names, though, is second on the leaderboard right now and needs to make it up with some extra eliminations. You can see him doing it here, taking down ESL Fort number 4. And it does seem like Hunter has been able to use this strategy to his advantage here, but right now he's going to have to get mixed. It doesn't seem like he got healed.
Got a little bit of splashes, but everyone looking kind of topped off for the most part. Like you're saying, Hunter looking a little bit low, not using this time to heal themselves, so you can only assume that they're going to be in a really bad spot once the storm starts moving. We got
everybody is
and
in
Hunter
this
and Kazu and Keru going
Keru
for the
top.
high ground.
Keru top here, and everyone just kind of...
Keru top?
Yeah.
Like that, like that.
You see that?
Hey, Hunter, though, it's going to be the hunted as they're trying to pop those flashes, get those shields popped right here, right now. This storm is moving, and it is grooving, as we're currently seeing Keru still controlling the high ground off to the side. This huge village that has just been erected out of nowhere. It is kind of wild to see how everyone's just trying to utilize these builds as best as they can to maneuver themselves through this storm that is just gunning.
And just like things that have worked in the past, right? Keru's going high ground, Hunter's staying on the zone line, Kazu getting kind of caught out without a paddle right now, but gonna build to the height that he needs. Code Wordy out here looking for kills every which way, and Unger trying to solidify that first place that he's already won twice with.
We'll see if it's 3 times. We got Hunter still just at such a unfortunate amount of health.
Everybody's full, and he's not trying to pick a fight with anybody too crazy right now, but just trying to stay with the zone, which is what he's done for a majority of this anyways.
Unger and Keru both with those 1 eliminations, trying to make it 2. Top 5 situation is still here as this storm is pushing in, and Kazu looking low. Hunter potentially found an opportunity for another elimination, and they do. And this being tournament mode, that just means they're going to be able to reap the rewards of those shields and get those heals.
I don't see him on the cam though.
Where are they at? What happened? Hunter's going to be stuck in that storm. You see it in the bottom right corner. They got 43 HP, got that slime juice, gets into the storm, but now they got to just lurk Gotta put
Unfortunately,
and
not
just support the scene at this point because they are not looking good.
Yeah, just not getting anything for his elimination except for the elimination of itself. Unger gonna go ahead and find Hunter. Hunter knows he did all he could there though, so that's good comms to his teammates. But
still on that high ground, just laying down damage, making sure that everyone's gonna run out of maps. But it's looking pretty good for Unger in terms of what their resource draining so far.
Look at this high ground. You can't even see it. Karu just rising above the rest. Code Wordy want to have a word with your manager here.
As they're running up there saying, hey, what's going on? I ordered my food 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
and they dropped down. Oh, goes around the corner, tries to slide and they grab me.
Unger though looking full health and looking strong once again. Finds this final circle, but Code Wordy once again wants to have a word with him. Low health or not, you're going to have to hit this shot.
Got that chunk.
And there it is.
It's not going to be enough as Unger grabs another victory royale back to back. Gonna be able to bring it all down and extend their lead from 8 points to even more points.
Now that is a trilogy that I can get behind, man. 3 games for Unger off the rip here, and it's looking like nobody can stop him.
No one able to stop the pressure, or even Kiru, who had the high ground, unfortunately drops down, slides to the side, and unfortunately got themselves caught in the corner and then gets eliminated. Code Wordy also doing work there, but unfortunately Unger just the menace.
And you can see everyone that aggressed towards the end of that, you know, paid for it. You see Hunter getting his elimination, but then he goes to see what's all in the stuff on the ground, and there's nothing he wants. There's no heals, and then the storm comes and almost takes him out. Unger gets the kill there, but yeah, I believe that we are going to go to a quick little break. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, stay with us. We'll be back with the scores for round 3. See you then.
have a plethora of beautiful combo-wombo combinations that you can get if you ask Mike nicely. But if you don't, he's gonna not be happy.
Fortnite Frags, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Obviously, just taking a quick little break to get things, to keep it frank, Pidgey.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of these players are out here for the victory today. They smell the blood in the water. They know what is coming up. We have 2 more rounds, ladies and gentlemen, and these are going to be all-out fights, I have to believe, because we're not seeing too much fight right now, but the people that are on the leaderboard that need points are in the way. So
they are in the way, but you're gonna be seeing which competitors are not in the way and enjoying themselves here at the arena right now. They're getting locked in, talking to each other. We're seeing DPG and Basketball Kid.
See that kid over there on the right side? That's Basketball Kid. It's his birthday in 2 days.
Yo!
Is it Mother's Day, or do we just call it Basketball Kid's birthday instead?
I think so. Let's rename it.
Cancel Mother's Day.
Put it on the calendar.
It's Basketball Kid's birthday.
Hey, and we even got the pods on the floor, so everyone in the arena are competing with everyone else. We've got enough computers for a 99 setup.
Yeah,
so
sometimes we even have people outside of the arena competing.
That is true. Valhalla Esports comes out here time and time again, competing from another whole location. But the place you want to be, state. But the place you want to be is the HyperX Arena.
Facts.
You're seeing everyone getting locked in, getting prepared, picking out their Star Wars skins or Godzilla. I'll make an exception here for today. But we are going to be seeing the scores on what happened last round. We got 2 more to go. But break it down, Nick.
This is what I'm talking about. So you've seen Code Wordy getting a little aggressive in these fights throughout the day. That's because he is 12 points down. Why is he 12 points down? Because Unger has won 3 of these wins in a row. So it is kind of hard to mount this comeback when you're dropping 10 points every game.
Yeah, it's tough. You got to take down Unger, the one, the only.
But these 2 rounds could be it.
It could. Still a lot of points to be had on the board. Even though there's only 19 players in this arena right now, you still got to think, hey, I just need 1 good round, 1 good placement to bring me all back. And going down the line, our dude holding down the line at 33 points.
I would be so scared if the guy that I was going against was named Nice Body Bag.
That is the name of all time.
That is the one. That is the one on the, on the list today.
Walking past their fellow hitman.
Yeah.
Nice body bag.
Yeah.
Mine's right back in my back trunk. Don't worry.
Yeah. What's up,
Capping so hard, though. Also love that name. But remember, even if you're 19th place, you still have a chance to get in the money. 33 points to 25.
Yeah.
That is not
You're looking
a big
at the bottom.
game.
You're not looking at the top of the list when it comes to making money here at this tournament. You're looking at that 33, and the entire board has what it takes to get 33 at this point. So.
And you better not be bored, because we are getting ready for round number 4, and you know that it's going to come down to it into these final few moments. And really, I'm excited to see how this leaderboard's going to get flipped up on its head, unless Unger's going to do what they've been doing. Well, potentially, but also just staying safe, staying in the storm on those first few moments, on those like 5th into 6th storms. They're just chilling outside and saying, hey, I don't got to go in just yet. I'll wait for placement and then grab my eliminations and win the game, which it's a strategy. But if you're not going to be able to take on the likes of Unger, you want to go for these early fights. Grab these early eliminations, because if you don't, you're seeing yourself fall into the wayside on this leaderboard. There's only so much time left.
Yeah, I think Code Wordy has what it takes to mount this comeback and get himself a back-to-back win here. He's playing out of his mind. I went downstairs to look at some of the warm-ups and talk to some of the players after those games, and you just see these guys still locked in, still dropping bots on screen. So shout out to everybody pulling up. Shout out to this guy. I mean, he not capping. He really do like Fortnite. He got the Fortnite shirt on. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know where you buy that at, but Code Wordy to his right as well.
I got my favorite Fortnite shirt on right now. I mean, I got Godzilla.
I went to my cousin's house, and he had the Godzilla with the J's on.
And then, we got the Grogu as well.
Young
going
Grogu.
Down the line.
Who said Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda.
Who said that guy?
That's me.
That's me. That's Grogu right there. Who said that?
That's Grogu right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you know what? Mandalorian, great show. Season 3, didn't like it too much. But overall, you know what? 2 out of 3. It's a pretty good statistic. I mean, 66%, you know, what can you say? But I'm still enjoying it, hoping the movie is gonna be good and that they're putting effort
You watching
into that.
Andor?
Not yet. I was like on like episode 3 on the first season, but then everything else happened. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting into it.
Listen,
On
ladies
an
and gentlemen,
anime binge, man.
we are on episode 3 of our tournament right now. Episode 4 coming very soon. Yeah, it
gets better with time.
And remember when we were up here and we were just doing the update and we were talking about it, I was like, why are we in Star Wars land? What's going on? What's the occasion? The only occasion was May the 4th, so they did this
But
whole...
also the 20th anniversary of episode 3.
There you go.
Was just recently happening. I got to go see it in theaters. It was a wonderful experience. If you're able to do that, tell us in the chat, as well as just twitch.tv/Allied Esports as we get ready for round number 4. Let's see who's throwing it down, who's getting lightsaber stabbed, and who's going to be healing themselves up in the season finale to make a dramatic comeback. And let's see who's grabbing the Victory Royale crown.
Yeah, Unger locked in on the first 3 wins of this, but Code Wordy very close on his heels. Just needs some eliminations and a good placement here to maybe even it out and then go into the 5th game. Look for that to be important for him. Look for Basketball Kid to pop off. You know, if somebody could pop off, it's the dark horse here at these late stages of the game.
I love the Anakin Skywalker glider too.
Yeah,
it's just so nostalgic. I love it. One of the things I really hope for is actually another Battlefront game that they redeem themselves, because remember Battlefront, do you remember that Battlefront 2 launch?
It's so pretty though. It doesn't matter if it's so good. It looks like
there's
the
like
movie.
a whole hacking situation going on. It's ridiculous.
It's hard to hit lasers, bro. Ask these stormtroopers.
It is. So you gotta beep boop bop and try to put those aim hacks on. Maybe more accurate, but who knows? And it's really
Darth Vader had aim hacks.
Oh, 100%. Even had those what God mode on, I would say.
He for sure had God mode on. The 4th was indeed strong.
Yep, got Sal gonna be able to grab those Midas touches, which makes that pickaxe swing a little bit faster. Grab those mats a little bit faster.
Look, as I said, we're dropping down, we're getting to it. The points matter here. It's not whose line is it anyways. The points so important here, and 50 Cal thinks he's seeing somebody, but he's gonna have to look to a farther forest.
Yeah, Hunter trying to just find where they went, but boom, they're gone. Magic trick. Yeah. Beautiful work.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
These are not.
And just walks away.
This is not the competitor you're looking for.
Works every time. Oh,
haven't seen a lot of the grenade recently either, and I've tried to utilize it as well, because those weekly quests, you gotta use it, and it's actually very difficult to land.
Pulled a gold blaster out that chest though. So.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. A little bit, I would say it's a little bit more difficult for those assault rifle blasters to be utilized, because like you're seeing in these build battles, you literally have one opportunity of landing a shotgun shot, and that's more of the priority there. So unfortunate that the gold weapon had to be an assault rifle, but let's see if they're going to be able to do something with it. We got the slurp truck.
Jackson.
Bong, bong, and they're going to be able to get their shields right back up and see some droids on the way. And by droids, I mean stormtroopers. And by stormtroopers, I mean droids. Going over to difficult.
This game is so funny to me, because you see the confidence coming out at different times, right? Like you see 3 stormtroopers, you dome them up, you get your abilities or whatever from it, right?
Well, yeah, you get those.
Then you see a player who doesn't look too good or too skilled, and you run him. But then the build battle comes out, and it's really time to prove whose confidence is key in that moment. So there's all these levels to Fortnite at the moment, and it's only gonna get intensely better.
I hope that they do come out with an AI update, really, with like, at least like what you're saying with the bots, you got those different, where you can get warmed up, shoot the bots, get your stuff, what you need, and then I hope that they eventually make them just actually like a little bit smarter, as we got Batman! Didn't realize they were in the Star Wars Cinematic Universe, but we'll make it happen. You know what? We'll excuse it. Where's his cape at? It feels weird.
I am vengeance, yeah. Batman
like, they didn't even have a backplate.
Is that Batman Forever? It doesn't have a cape?
Does it? Maybe we'll get fact-checked momentarily, but Quebec's going to be hiding in the pinata. Going to be hopping out, trying to make sure that they're going to be able to be hidden for the time being, at least. 21 Moon X breaking down these roofs. Breaking down these roofs. moved.
Everything goes back to the fact that Netflix is in our brains.
24/7, 365. Keru, though, breaking down these rocks. Still not a single elimination in this round just yet. We talked about it thinking, hey, these players might feel a little bit more pressured to find each other. But
now
everyone's just dropping on the outskirts.
They're just calling me a liar because, no one's even shot at each other up until this point. I think Hunter was shooting at a wall earlier. But, I mean, it could go either way. Obviously, you have someone like... you know, our first place, our second place, our third place competitors who don't feel like they need to do anything crazy in this round. However,
I would think so, especially if you're that second and third place. You saw how
like I said though, Code
Wordy
has the chance to get into first place, and the only way he's going to be able to do that is to get an insane amount of kills. So,
and it's interesting, like even in these locations where you're going to have some of these better loot boxes, you're going to be not seeing many competitors even dropping into these spots that are going to have a ton of great loot, that you're going to be able to grab these medallions and just get yourself started in a really good situation. But 2chainz here trying to find what they can. Hasn't been very successful in terms of grabbing these eliminations, but RK Dude.
What am I looking at?
That's
a pickaxe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I use with my Godzilla skin too.
I like that a lot.
I like the little teddy bear claw hands.
Can you change the color?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like pink and blue, so it's almost equivalent. To, you know, at least they got something there. I like to use the claws for Godzilla.
No, I love that. Like I said, I went over to my little cousin's house and he had Godzilla with the J's on. I said, I'm proud of you.
He got the baby Grogu eventually with the Crocs.
Oh.
Baby Grogu Crocs.
Oh yeah, they got
eventually.
That's already out, no?
I do not know if it's out just yet, but I know Miss Windu came out today. But they were talking about the baby Grogu Crocs recently, which I think that's actually adorable. But like you're seeing, you barely see your shoes. What's that doing for me?
You literally can't see your shoes.
You literally can't. Paying $8 to have them
I'm playing third person and I can't see my heels. But tight on the heels is Pachu Mitu coming after Dad. Let's see. Oh, he tries to scale, but just can't get up the build fast enough. Pachu Mitu with the first and only kill of the round.
2 storms in so far, about to make it 3. But some of these, even the arena accounts, like you're seeing, they're scared. They're literally shivering.
It's not a scared thing, bro. I think literally nothing's pressuring them. The only pressure is the fact that there's 10 eliminations that they could possibly get, but it sounds so wild to say. Like, if somebody had 10 coming out of a circle with 18, there's no reason for the top players to fight at the moment because they're going to break off more than they can chew probably in that scenario and you know, give away some of their stuff. So this might come, I mean, we've seen top 20s in the final circle before.
Yeah.
So this might come down to the final circle, and you really need the pressure of all the zone, and you really need everything to get these players fighting because there's not too many ways to run away. As you see, Difficult has these slaps on deck, so if he's got to run and you know, use the juice, he can, but really no pressure for any of these players at the moment.
Got
21 Moon X.
Got a great loadout so far. They've been doing a pretty good job switching from the avatar skin. No more belief into that.
Yeah, you definitely want to switch up your skin every once in a while. I mean, people get to know and understand. Yeah, especially if you're killing them or they're killing you. It's like you're kind of getting looked out for at certain points. So
unfortunate for me, my entire locker being anime skins, they would know exactly who I am. But you know what? It's what we got to do. You got to rep what you want to rep, especially Quebec. I love the Christmas tree. You blend in with the grass so well, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the best killing tree you can have. Code Wordy taking some hard shots from Kazu off the rip here, and it does seem like he's going to drop down and start to aggress a little harder. Code Wordy, honestly, his tournament in jeopardy at the moment. Looks like Kazu wants to get rid of some of these support memes, and you don't want to go.
Can I get eliminated for 800, Alex? Wait, no, is that jeopardy? Yes, it is.
Yes. R.I.P. Basketball Kid gonna go down to Keru.
Telling R.I.P. and making it happen. Oh man! Out of all the competitors you could have ran into, being Keru. That is just a tough battle to win.
He's another one of those.
One more round to go.
Another one of those players that could absolutely win it here today, but it just seems like a three-peat from Unger is what's stopping some of the aggression here from some of these players. And Code Wordy in a damn bad spot.
Yeah. We'll see Kazu. Oh, 21 Moon X being able to grab one off of Arcade Dude 02. Quebec trying to get up onto this mountain, has to place down some even more mats, bring themselves right back up. Ramps are always useful. I love some ramps, especially imagine they start making like you can do like technology in the builds. Imagine that. You know what?
Good TV in there.
Yeah,
little radio?
Imagine the Fortnite Minecraft collaboration. You get some redstone.
Ooh, chicken jockey.
Oh no! Please stop. Kazu, though.
Trying to hype it up in here. You know
Kazu, though. Please don't do that. No, we don't need popcorn everywhere.
I get so much popcorn
Chris
in my hair,
pick
bro.
up so much popcorn. But Kazu will be here trying to lurk around these corners. Crouch walk in to make sure that those footsteps do not come up onto the earphones. Sal is getting contested by Batman. As they're going to be breaking through, try to edit these walls up and claim a beautiful work there. Peeks right in.
Vengeance.
They are not able to put
He
down
got a
the
shot
wall.
though. He got a shot though. He got a shot in, which makes it seem like he.
Oh!
What
the force pull to try and bring him in, but that just brings him into an eliminated screen.
I don't even care.
Sal.
That was fire. We talk about confidence all the time. The confidence to just bring down the build, insane.
With the force pull
Insane.
is so cool, actually. Oh, man. But Sal grabbing their elimination, being, hey, if you want to grab me, I'll have a blaster waiting for you.
Ooh, Mina, once again, gonna go down. Karu on the hunt for these free kills running around. Hunter, though, not a free kill, though, is looking like one, however. TikTok Machumichu, however, the shot comes in. Hunter goes down, and I believe there is 100 health remaining. Shout out to Poncho.
13 players
Able
left.
to weather the storm there for Poncho.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you.
You know what?
So I get paid the small bucks.
Arena, the V-Bucks.
The V-Bucks.
21 Moon X going to be breaking down these walls, gets onto the trampoline, going to be chasing down their next victim, trying to see where they're going, sees them from the corner of their eye. 21 Moon X bringing out the Deadpool unicorn, but someone's waiting on top
There's
of the
always
Mount
a higher,
Everest.
there's always a bigger fish, and there's bigger fish to be fried here. Difficult in it.
And making it even a bigger fish.
Yeah, that's the most difficult spot I've seen all day.
That is the highest of all high grounds. Try contesting that.
Yeah, here he comes. Oh no, it's even higher. It's over there.
It's the other mountain.
He thinks
Got
it's
Mount Fuji and Mount
we're
Everest
talking
over
about that
here.
one. He's talking about that one. Oh man.
I thought it was the same build. It literally got the same structure too, but this is the trampoline to get themselves onto the other mountain. Code Wordy going around these corners.
Do you think if we had a smaller map, obviously, right?
Well, that's what everyone's kind of advocating for, reloads as well, keeping the action going. That's like the smaller map as well. You get some revives going. But
They got like a Rebirth Island type scenario.
Exactly. Kind of classic mode with those reloads, and it's a very fun game mode. So hopefully one of these weeks we'll be able to bring that in too. But for right now, we got Kazu working their way up this mountain, trying to put themselves into a good spot and nice solid foundation. Look at that. I'd live there.
Yeah.
It's like looking like a little clock tower.
No, that looks like
getting hit from the side.
Looks like Teen Titans.
True.
The Titan Tower. Okay, we are shouldering to the best of them, just hitting these quick peeks from Kazu.
Yeah, jiggle peek.
Jiggle peek these corners the best you can, but once you
jiggle jockey.
Jiggle jockey. Once you lose a couple of once you lose a couple of fights there, it's hard to just kind of get back at that fight. So you can see him start to run away. 21 Moon X starting to load up on supplies right here. It's Doomsday is coming soon. I believe we have a Doom Day as well coming to the arena.
Yes, we do. If you do want to play the new Doom the Dark Ages, as we're seeing arena count number 4 getting
Doomsday.
sent back to the Dark Ages of the loading screen. We are actually having it where you can play the new game here at the arena. May 15th, we'll have Doom the Dark Ages on these computers. You'll be able to come down, play it, and know exactly how that game's going to be. Already getting 9 out of 10s across the board from the early reviews. So if you haven't already, come on down, May 15th. Have a great time.
If you've never played Doom, I would say it's a must.
Must do.
It's a must do.
Doom Eternal, I only played like a couple hours, and it's truly one of my favorite shooters shooters already of all time. Finished Doom 2016, or 2016, my goodness. Then Doom Eternal, even better. And I heard Doom the Dark Ages got a little bit of a change up into how the maps work because they're just 2 giant maps. But Doom Eternal, if you haven't already, go check it out, play it, and then get ready for May 15th. Yeah,
that's going to be a fun time here at the arena as well. You can check that out on our calendar at HyperX Arena, LasVegas.com. Go ahead and check out what these upcoming events are looking like. It's the only way I know when to come to work.
And Sal's trying to get to work with these builds. Flashing down, gonna be able to have that unlimited sprint, but Code Wordy just annihilating these brick walls. You know what they say, the big bad Wordy was able to blow down these brick walls. Sal, though, still doing a great job. Great trades across the board. Gonna be able to chug up their shields and get back into this corner, trying to extend out this hallway a little bit as they get these edits in, trying to land a shot, misses into a wall, but trying to check out these corners and do what they can. Gonna be finding themselves a window of opportunity as Wordy is trying to get themselves a free elimination, and they do. Sal goes down. Code Wordy grabbing their first elimination of this round.
Yeah, has to feel, obviously feels confident about everything that went down there, but has to continue the confidence going in. You can see him using some of these things he won't need in these coming battles, but obviously has a lot of points that he needs to make up. Great start, but 11 players left means there's less eliminations to get at the end of the day.
Yes.
Insane pulls right there for difficult, and he's gonna let it all go.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. If you got the small shields, you got the splashes.
I don't need those 2 extra.
No, the big shields, like if you think about it, when you're trying to resource manage, having that unlimited sprint from the slap juices, the small shields technically more than what you get from the big shields anyways. It makes sense with the priority, you know, the prioritization.
Well, I know something you are going to agree on is he needs a better shotgun.
Oh yeah, those grays, you're going to be grayed out into the loading screen real soon if you're not able to upgrade that bad boy.
Yep, upgrade.
Upgrade. Oh, that was good. That was good.
It all just comes good. The force is strong with this one.
Unger, though, going to be having the high ground, talking about the force. And look at what they have on standby. They literally have so many splashes, they had to throw down the splashes, so they have them on standby. They literally got, the unlimited refills you can get at the arena, $5, by the way. Has so many slap juices on standby in case anything goes wrong. So I think that's actually hilarious. It's going to come to a little bit of a standstill while going and waiting for that 5th and 6th storm. We're currently seeing Kazu trying to peek out this little bit of a corner, grab a little bit of damage. So what these competitors are trying to do here, just trim up their resources, trim their health bars. Even one shot with this weapon will force them to have to resource drain themselves and getting into the 6th, 7th, 8th
Some kind
storm.
of wall is going to have to come up. Some kind of health is going to have to come up. There should be more shooting, in my opinion. It should look like Star Wars on the map because you have unlimited bullets. So to me, that means that
you're so right, actually.
You know what I mean? Like, it just keep shooting, just keep shooting. Because yes, you're going to be, you know, there's other players that are going to be acknowledged to your position, but at the end of the day, if those players are shooting...
I mean, you're already building up your own apartment complex. You might as well just lay down fire. But the thing is, these guns don't do a lot of damage to these builds. You're already seeing like those wooden planks, and it's just not going through them. That's what. Look at that. Look how many it takes. But that's also a good idea right there. Unger actually doing what you're saying, trying to just shred these mats.
Because he's gonna have to redo that wall, or one of the shots is gonna hit him, and he's gonna have to, like you were saying, resource drain. So now he's just literally resource draining. Yes, he's kind of intimidating, however. There's a lot of players that aren't taking their shot and aren't resource draining, and they know where his position is as he just starts to take down an amazing amount of damage.
Yeah, no shields for arena count number 14. Unfortunately for them, they are looking like they're in a really rough spot. It doesn't look like they have many shields for themselves either.
What is Unger? Dude, what is he doing? These insane staircases built on foundation.
Got the security on the side as well. You're looking at it. You got an up and down
so next level
escalator, basically.
Yeah.
which is so funny. That's what they're using their resources for.
I feel like you could just parasite at the bottom of that and not even be worried.
What a reference there. Oh, man. 9 players left, though, into this 6th storm. We'll see what happens. As we're currently going to be seeing Code Wordy and Kazu go into the fight. We have a huge build battle right below the staircase of doom. Kazu taking a little bit of damage. Gonna make it
what do you even shoot to put that thing down? Like
you literally have foundation. Like, you can't. Building a staircase under the staircase so that staircase stays staircasing.
Dude, that staircase is gonna staircase for the end of time. Code Wordy
Gotta put that up in the museum.
Yeah, in a heated battle. I mean, he's recreating it too. That's why I said, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a porta-fort, but he's doing it pretty quickly into the final zones to try to get a grasp on where the storm is going to be. Kazu gets laced with a shot from Code Wordy very quickly. Do come in the heals, however, and now Code Wordy trying to figure out how he's going to get into this build
and now
ever so slightly.
4 players just right on top of each other, basically trying to figure out how to get these 1-for-1 trades before it does turn into a 4th party. We'll see what happens as Keru trying to build themselves up a little bit as well. You're seeing them.
Oh my gosh, what just happened? Keru just, I think he got out of there.
I know. What was that big explosion going on?
I think did he grenade boost himself out of the build?
Had to do something there. But Unger also,
what do they do in the Millennium Falcon? They put it to hyperspeed or whatever?
Yeah, they
put it into hyperspeed for real.
But Keru, yeah, that was actually is the grenade. That's crazy. Just launched that, literally causing an earthquake in the arena here today. 21 Moon X trying to break down these walls, get control of them, and resource manage. What we talk about when you break down these walls, you're also going to have an opportunity to get back some of your mats when you're going through it. So we'll see what happens.
Code Wordy wanted to break into that build right there, but then the people watching him do that are just not going to let him do that for free. He's sitting at the 2nd place right now, 38 health. He's got to be sweating just a little bit.
Oh,
yeah,
they're not going to sweat anymore because those sweat glands are going back into the lobby screen. Kazu breaks it in and beats the aggressor that we know and grabs that elimination. Code Wordy, who we know loves to get in that final top 5 situations, but now, unfortunately, not going to be able to do it. Going to drop down, and now that arena count almost got 21 Moon X
21
guard, but they got 3 eliminations to this round. Beautiful work. Got 2 jugs. 3, technically, if they just want to chill here for the time being, they can, as they got that sniper rifle, golden sniper rifle as well.
Sniper goes hard here, low-key, because you have so many sight lines. It looks like we're ending over here by the bridge. You can't really go under the bridge, so look for people to start to build up wherever they can. It does seem like there's this little island with some trees on it, but that's about it.
Yeah, this is a really awkward going into the final few circles, which could potentially go into the mountainous area.
Code Wordy in 2nd place goes down so early in this one in 8th place. So to me, that means that he's going to be gunning in the last one, trying to reclaim his space.
And also talking about reclaiming something, you would now have to go up this mountain to get into the circle. So it's going to be quite an interesting battle to not get caught off guard into these positions like we're seeing.
It always sucks on this slope too. You're trying to build and you're only got 25%. Poncho gonna take down 2chainz, making it a little bit later than his other rounds, so good on 2chainz there to make it into almost the top 5 there.
Keru got those 3 eliminations, grabbing some mats on the way up the mountain as they're going to be able to build themselves a very nice protection of a rectangle there, going up with the staircase.
We're actually running up the hill, running up the mountain right now.
Running up the hill. I could have made the reference and I didn't.
Nah, you got it.
Oh, you got me.
I do it there for you. 21 Moon starting to take some shots from everybody on the wayside, front and back, and now it looks like Unger just kind of wants to keep it still. He's only got
21
he's only got 1 elimination, but he is just getting it. 21's just getting his bill blown out from every single angle. Tough stuff here for 21.
Throwing down walls, all 360. Literally non-stopping. Unger was the one to be able to bring us to our top 5
That was so crazy because Poncho was the one that got the brick down. The second he goes to, I mean, they don't have reloads, right? But you have to like stop shooting.
Yeah, cooldown.
He gives a second for the cooldown, and the kills come in.
That was a wild situation. I feel bad for 21 Moon X. They must have been like, what do I do here?
Yeah.
It's a 3v1.
Yeah, sometimes there's just no defensive play for multiple people looking at you at the same time.
Difficult is going to be in a difficult spot right now. Going to have to pop that slap juice and now start going. Got that unlimited sprint. It's so useful. I missed it so much. But Unger also controlling the high ground, seeing some of these competitors. But that scope going to be the demise of them not being able to see where they're going next. Difficult. Going to take a little bit of damage going across the way. Behind them is another competitor. That's going to be TikTok Poncho trying to contest them, saying, hey, you cannot just free reign
gets
the
free
high
difficult.
ground.
Yeah, 100%. Kazu gets the free on difficult and starts to look to the skies to see who else we can find here. Karu really just bunkering down in these positions in these top fives. And Unger, once again, taking high ground and getting aggressive. That confidence showing through even in these late stages of the game, Pidgey.
Yeah, with the top 4 situation going on right now, there was a lot of bullets coming out from every which direction. Poncho now being the next target of many competitors. Gonna have to pop that Chug Jug, and now we're going over to Kazu, trying to break down these walls. Remember, resource management is so important, especially with the 20 that comes out with almost every single build with that metal. But now that storm is coming.
Everyone is fighting. Everyone is fighting for their life, and Unger is an architect in the sky. Bro is playing a different game right now.
They're playing checkers. He's playing chess. As Kazu grabs that one because of the storm.
Yeah, a couple shots into him before the storm comes. You can see Unger quickly moving through his sky base for the moment. It's not too high, so he doesn't have to be too scared about falling down. However, Kazu and looks like Poncho are having a hard time even getting up there. So
yeah, the high ground is such an difficult thing to deal with, especially when it comes down to these moments where all you can do is tunnel in and run away from Unger, who is just going from point to point to point and building up their own bridge. Literally, they are at every single angle that you're looking at. They're able to have that advantage. You're talking about looking down at someone. This is the FOV that you want to see.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about earlier. Where would you rather shoot, down or up? This is the ants piling down as he gets another one. Poncho goes down.
Is this 4?
Kazu is our only hope. He is our Luke Skywalker at the moment to take down Unger, who has been on an absolute tear today. Gonna drop down into the water looking for a couple of these mats. That's one thing that he can at least bet his bottom dollar is Unger is almost out of materials here as he's sitting with 55.
Look at the circle though, it's going back across the way, which just means Unger doesn't have to use mats. He's using the mats that you already put down.
And that is why you buy high, low and sell high right there. Beautiful stuff coming out from Unger, just able to start a sky base early and keep it going. Now just has to follow the storm, run into the stormtrooper medallion as well.
Yeah, Captain Phasma medallion, letting those cooldowns go cool down a little bit faster, which honestly, when you get down to these 1v1s, it's going to be that much more difficult. Has to break the ceiling there.
He's trying to catch him. Yeah, he's trying to catch him in the zone right now.
And look how small this circle is getting. It keeps moving.
Surely he has to drop down at some point. Yes, drops down, takes a huge shotgun shot, and has to evade. He might be gone. It looks
the Chug Jug, and it looks like they're just gonna be able to take themselves out their own way. As now,
is there anybody in the small circle? No.
No, the circle is gone. It's the 1v1 in the storm. We haven't seen this before, and it's Kazu taking down the king, and they're gonna be able to grab a victory royale. The back-to-back-to-back-to-back ain't happening today on round number 4.
Yeah, the Emperor finally gets one on the dark side there. Unger just does exactly what you need to do until that last second at the end, drops down, gets hit with a shotgun, and then is like, I gotta retreat. But
is that a little bit of karma for waiting so long, just saying, hey, I'm chilling on these rooftops, what, you can't get me.
He's not gonna be worried he's not gonna be worried too much about karma though, as his name is still probably gonna be at the top of that leaderboard. So look for game 5 coming up here soon. It's all gonna come down to this. I mean, regardless of, you know, there not being 1,000 people here or whatever, this has been a insane tournament to watch.
We haven't seen a storm battle where the circle literally runs out and then they have to 1v1 or both of them potentially not having enough heals or shields. They're gonna go down first, and we already have the scores for y'all. Let's see, break it down for me, Nick.
Oh my gosh, so Unger taking a pretty insane lead by 16 points. Code Wordy going down early in that game 3, game 4 scenario. Mario is what puts him in third here. Hunt Dog still hunting for these eliminations outside of that circle. Moon X doing a great job of sitting in that spot. And Poncho and Ramon, same set of DNA and same score, man. 57 for both of them.
That is brotherly love
that's
at its
real
finest.
brothers right there.
We're seeing Body Bag currently holding down the top 10 spots. Sal
He's
right
got a
there.
jersey on that says Body Bag on the back, by the way.
Actually?
I would be shaking in my boots if he came to my land.
But you got our dude, Basketball Kid, Bag, DPG. Everyone has a chance to still get in the money. Don't count yourself out just yet. 46 points is right around the corner, but you just need one last good game.
Yeah, Sal, Dude, and Basketball Kid are all sitting on the precipice, could possibly get themselves some money here today. One more round is going to get us to that. I am so excited, Pidgey, because really, anything can happen in a round 5. We learned that last week.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be interesting if they're going to go more aggressive, be more passive. Right now, we've been seeing the passiveness throughout these last few rounds. Round 1 was all gun blazing. They found each other immediately. But now with how everyone's been playing, they're now recognizing where is everyone dropping? Where should we drop? Should we grab these medallions? Should we not?
With there being less players, I think they're starting to, be cognizant of the fact that they get more points for being alive than they do running around getting all these eliminations. So where it is important and it can help you up the leaderboard and it can help somebody like DPNG go from 15th to 14th to 13th quickly, one elimination, that kind of thing that can spark a fire. I think a lot of these players are realizing, dang, you get a lot of points for being in that top 5.
You really, really do. And even if you grab that, top 3 finish, if you're able to, that is a lot of points to go on your side, especially when you're duking it out and just trying to get in the money, because you're seeing, especially where that top 10 goes, after that, there's an 11-point difference between 10th and 9th place. So really, there's only going to be potentially one of these competitors who are not currently in that top 10 grabbing double their money. So who's going to be able to grab it? Who knows? As we wait to get into round number 5, the final round of the night. Hope y'all been enjoying the show so far. Remember, we've got Speedway tomorrow. If you want to play some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and get your time on the stage, 12 racers on that bad boy, and you're able to get your own screen time. It is a wonderful event. The community is beautiful. We have so much money to give out, even with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe coming to an end, that MomoCon, DreamHack, and everything else, be a part of the community. Get involved to the competitive scene as well as we get ready for the final round of some Battlefront 3.
Yeah, because if you just try to pull up for, just a Switch 2 day, I'm going to be like, this guy wasn't in the community when it was cool.
Why weren't you here?
I'm going to point you out.
You know what? That's fair. And you got to be involved. Be excited for all of these events. Like we said, if Mario Kart's not your style, we've got some Marvel Rivals coming up next week as well, I do believe. So you'll be able to be a part of that action. I do believe it's trios only, so you'll be mixed and matched with trios so that you'll be able to bring down a couple friends and participate into some Marvel Rivals and win some money that way.
And it's also great because it's, it's rivals. You could come down here with your boys, or you could come down here with some people that you don't really know, but still either way, you're going to be put on a team. We're going to find out who's the best of the best, and we're going to do it here at this desk.
Yeah, and it's been a really great Marvel Rivals season. Still a few things that they're going to be fixing up. Triple support meta, man. Don't even get me started on that. No one. The AoE healing. Talk about all... I was going to say all of the time, but that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Acronyms are tough. But Marvel Rivals, Speedway, all of that happening week after week after week. Be here or be square. And honestly, just... we appreciate y'all for coming down and being a part of this tournament. Without y'all, it wouldn't happen, and we got to shout out the production staff as well.
Yes.
They are the ones putting in the hard work,
Man,
making the
shout
transitions
out to
happen.
IT, shout out to production, shout out to the bar staff, shout out to Chris, man. Everybody putting their best foot forward to make this tournament what it is, and it's only getting better week after week.
They are. I mean, they're so locked in, and you know what? They get so many responsibilities put on them, and they do work. They work together. They make it happen with every single event that's going to happen here. So if you want to be a part of something great, tomorrow's Speedway event, that's going to be me and Logan. It's going to be super hype, super exciting.
What am I going to have to do?
What,
I got to, put something in this guy's bacon?
Potentially, hey, Nick, I'm just saying, I won't be here at the end of the month, so you might be taking over Speedway.
Well, no, I can't do it with you, Logan. Either way, man, we got Amon Green. We got tons of top-level talent of every sport and everything, collegiate and beyond.
Hall of Famer Amon Green joined us during one of the speedways. We even
Wait, what?
Yeah, Soldier Boy joined us.
Wait,
during
what?
Joined us during one of the speedways.
Did they just not call me for the important stuff?
I wasn't even commentating during Soldier Boy.
That sounds fun, man.
I had to go compete. I was seeing
Nobody
him in the commentating booth.
Nobody commentates over Soldier Boy, man.
No, it was crazy. And then we even had one of the competitors. They did a little crank that Soldier Boy. Yeah, it was actually crazy. So you never know what's going to happen at a speedway because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe brings in all sorts of
You never know what's
going to
happen at a Fortnite event. You never know what's going to be happening here at the HyperX Arena. So lock in now, and you could find yourself here just like us.
Exactly. Every single week, every single weekend, we'll have something new, and we're going to have some great summer events coming up as well. So be a part of it. Join us on social media, twitch.tv/Allied Esports, or on YouTube as well. Be a part of the community. Say hello, say hi. Tell us if we suck, if we're doing good, and if you want to 1v1 us on Fortnite with no builds.
I'm looking at the chat over here. It just says you suck 18 times, but either way.
If you think we suck, come on down and see what the competition is.
You do it.
Yeah.
You sit up here. You do it.
But no, we're getting excited and getting ready for that final round of the night.
Yeah.
Truly been very entertaining, even with a smaller crowd. Remember, we have the hype, we have the love, and that's what we love to hear.
Yeah, we keep saying smaller crowd. I keep looking down there. It looks pretty similar.
They all should have signed up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of fun to hear the crowd, hear the excitement, and having all of these beautiful people here today to support a local scene. Because like I said, every single week we run these events, it happens, and it's not going to happen if y'all don't show up. So we appreciate y'all.
It's a community effort out here, man. As much love as we give to production or, you know, whoever's speaking truths into my ear, it really, truthfully is a community effort, and we cannot do it without help from you guys. So please, pull up, get yourself some money, and leave with a smile on your face, fed, full, and full of drinks.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said before, we got Mother's Day weekend special deals, and as well as you're seeing going down the line, Lemon Drop, Cosmopolitan, Babysitter Combination, Combo Wombo, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell Combination, good draft beer, well shot. If you want to grab some sodas, though, $5 and limited refills. Even before you leave, try and grab something from Mike. Say hello to him, because if you're polite to him, he'll be polite to you. But yeah, I'm excited.
I think if you're mean to him too, he has to be nice to you. So I don't know if you guys should try that.
No.
I think it might be his job. I'm not sure.
Is his job being the nice guy? No.
No.
He's the bartender.
He's the bartender.
He got tender you up.
Yeah, chicken tender.
Round number 5 starting momentarily, and we appreciate y'all's patience as we get everyone into the battle bus. Remember, it is a hot air balloon, and it takes a little bit of time to get that inflated and get it going. And really,
yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever started up a battle bus, but there's a hell of a runway.
No, it is. I miss when you had that little like whole transition when it got like you got onto the island and there was like and brought you into it because it was all in space and everything. It was kind of cool. I hope they do some more stuff like that in the future. But for right now, we've got everyone
playing H1Z1 and everybody just punching me off
the rip, dude. They need like well, they have like this now where you slide and you bump people, and I'm just trying to do my Sabrina Carpenter emotes. Leave me alone, as we're not gonna be able to leave everyone else alone. We're here, round number 5, the final round of the night for Friday Frags. We still got everyone in the lobby, and they're duking it out for potentially doubling their money or more. Let's see what Sal will be able to do and where they're dropping.
Please, please, please don't prove I'm right. What? Sabrina.
No.
What have you done?
Potentially did not get someone into one of these lobbies.
Welcome to our podcast, Technical Difficulties.
Hey, that's me.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, right back to it again with the white vans. We got Kazoo dropping down. We got a nice little spot here. I mean, Seaport City is one of my favorite locations just because you got all these buildings, got a lot of loot.
It's reminiscent of the Tilted Towers of back in the day, but a cooler name.
I just love the environment. It's very detailed.
Amina
versus Sal, the 2 fan favorites, and Sal comes out on top, slaps some juice into his face, and says, "Hey, I'm not going down just yet."
Difficult, gonna take out ESL Fort number 6? How are you 4 and 6, bro? That's unfortunate. I mean, round 5, everybody guns a-blazing off the rip means that the confidence is there, but at the same time, man, it's so hard to see these competitors go down in a 5th game scenario. Tough stuff off of the jump here for 17 players remaining.
Oh,
what was that?
Execution style on that Clone Trooper. Is that even allowed? As we're going to be able to see them grab those small shields. Got some grenades. Going to be able to just destroy this base solo.
I mean, no wonder they call it the dark side. I can't see anything in here. Jesus, turn a light on, Darth Vader.
They can't afford electricity.
They have to pay everybody. Okay, we're starting to get down to it here.
No, it's the solar electricity, everything. Is that how it happens? They got conserved
There's
energy?
no solar in the universe.
What are you talking about? Yeah, in that galaxy, they're just frozen to death.
Yeah, for real.
But Poncho's here breaking down some rocks. You know what Fortnite is?
Poncho
anti-conservational, right? Is that the right words? They love breaking down trees.
Disestablisharianism?
Yes. Something. We're so good at words, Nick. It's so bad.
Might be our job. Might be our damn job.
Basketball Kid gonna be here. Got still the combo wombo combination. You got the Order 66 on standby. We'll see what happens. Anakin still trying to look for more younglings.
No.
Even though they're a youngling themselves. Does that mean? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Basketball Kid gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, poor kids, man. They just wanted to be Jedis. They got sold some kind of lies. There they are.
I know. I always, every single time I watched that movie, especially when I was younger, I always like felt so bad for the one kid who like flipped in there and he was trying to take down them and then just
after the one kid, it's like, wait, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, and then after you see that one kid doing a
he's like, I got this.
Boom, boom, boom. That would have been me. I'm like, I'm going down swinging.
Yo,
man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going down. I'm going down
something.
swinging too. Hopefully, we see some of these competitors going
like
down swinging
move,
here.
like
I'm Zelda. Yeah, I'm Toonling for sure.
I don't know what these kids were getting trained as.
Thank you, bro. I was forgetting about my scene right there. I appreciate you for bringing it back. ESL Quebec doing well today. A lot of these players lost in the moment. The final round. It's the final countdown. Every elimination matters here. I think 16 is the farthest away that I've seen, and that's first place. That's going to be hard to get to, especially seeing as there is 17 players remaining. So that's why I think we're seeing less and less fights here, because positioning and what you end at matters so much more, Pidgey.
It really does. And like I said before, there's a potential of only one person getting into the money and knocking off one of these other competitors who are holding down that 10th place spot. So you have to realize this is where it all comes down to. If you don't do what you can and grab these early eliminations, if you're not too good against this top tier talent that we've been seeing time and time again, I don't believe a lot of these competitors who are on the cup are gonna be able to grab much other than a great placement. But you can always prove me wrong. We'll see what happens. We got the train going on right here, right now. Got to get to a stop, and you can see Hunter being like, "Hey, what's going on up there?
Hey, I paid for my ticket. Make it move."
Ooh.
Basketball Kid waiting his way away. I don't hate this spot. Top 10 spot, if you ask me. If you ask Shadow the Hedgehog, who's in there.
Don't ask me to buy, but we got code worry. Trying to actually just nail it across the way. Got that med kit on standby. Gonna be able to pop that one. Got it healing, but they don't have any shields.
You
or
gotta be worried
don't know
though
where they dropped. Where now they're just in a very bad spot because they have no heal shields or otherwise. Code Wordy's just gonna be able to box them in, get to the high ground, do what they do best.
Oh!
And boom! One-shotted. That's what you get for not looning up your shields as we get down to the top 16 situation.
And
DPG.
that's Code Wordy. He's got a lot of points to make up. He actually just dropped from second to third place. We got, is this the coolest dad in the world?
Oh, easily.
Like, is there a cooler dad than this guy? Maybe Austin.
Personally, for me,
maybe
maybe
Austin, but I don't even think Austin's that cool anymore.
I know. Like, where's he at?
Got all the cool Fortnite skins.
Gotta join these Fortnite tournaments, Austin. Come on, you gotta show
real.
up. Battle of the Dads.
His kid plays Valorant. Unfortunately, that's pretty cool, actually.
Unfortunately, wait, cool.
That's kind of cool.
CS:GO, come on. What
yeah, you're right. That is how you start.
I just got back into it. Talking about it. But going back to seeing some Stormtrooper action here, going to be Bong, bong, bing, bonk. Gonna be able to grab some small shields and these splashes, get yourself back up. As you're gonna be able to just, it's just a great resource looting spot at the end of the day. Grabs yourself a chug jug as well. So there's so many opportunities. Don't know what happened, especially in that previous fight where you didn't have any shields. But if you drop into the forest, you're only going to find some wood. And you can't make a fire with just some wood, am I right?
You need a little bit of friction.
Yes, and that could be coming into a item like a small shield potentially, but you know what, we'll see what happens now going forward. We got Keru just going to the high ground. 15 players left in this final round. Kazu hopping their way, hop, skip, and a jump.
I believe Kazu is who took second place, right? So just a couple of good placements here, a kill here or there in all these rounds, and Kazu has somehow found himself in second place. If anybody's holding on to their lead, it's him, because the person in front of him has 16 extra points. It's going to be hard to make up those points. As I say that, first place and second place looking at each other.
Nice pointer here, as we're going to be seeing Unger doesn't go for it, which, you know what, when you're going into these long distance battles, yeah, if you shoot one shot, you're getting some walls put up, so it's really not the best idea to do so.
You have these amazing HyperX headphones. You have the ability to have the Eureka ergonomic chairs for, you know, back support. You have everything you need to pop off here in the arena. And, you know, these Omen PCs are going to take you to where you need to be. However, it takes the person to kind of go that extra mile and get some of these eliminations here. Right there, he doesn't take the shot, and now Kazu going to reap the rewards, going to go through and kind of loot this house up.
Be the alpha of the lone wolf player.
Oh,
but we
look at the movement.
Kid.
Look at the builds, look at the movement.
Now we finally saw them on the bridge, but now it's even
He's got the health,
ground.
he's got the health advantage as well. He's getting aggressive. His birthday is in 2 days.
Oh!
Gets a happy birthday shotgun shot right there. Gonna lock in right here. Does Dad got his hands on the keyboard?
Gonna be taking a lot of damage from that third party, though. Not what you want to see right here, right now. Basketball Kid now has to maneuver themselves through these builds. Did an amazing job, truly understanding the game.
I like how he's getting shot, but Sal's not getting shot here.
I mean, they're just in a corner under a staircase, kind of Harry Pottering it right now, because they are not in the spot that they want to be, but able to just break it down.
Can't see him so far, but he can hear him building out on this outside portion. Basketball Kid trying to get aggressive here, but doesn't want to overstep his bounds. Playing smart in our 5th round here. Tries to land that shot. A little bit of a trade there, but Sal still looking extremely healthy. But Basketball Kid goes down. Sal grabs 2. Happy birthday. Difficult, in a very difficult spot, if you will. This has been a tactic, however. Unfortunately, I have been seeing some people living in the storm.
Hey, they got their 1 elimination, they got their 1 pick, and now they can just live in the storm.
I just mean in general, like in this season, I'm seeing people live on the outskirts of the storm, even up until the final. I think I got killed by nobody and got second place the other day because someone was just in the storm healing. So
yeah, it is one of those issues, but I feel like storm damage been an actual issue, especially what we saw last week. Multiple casualties to the storm, where no one could find themselves back into that circle. In those 8th, 9th, 10th circles, storms, you just stacked up that damage so fast and they did not expect it. But difficult's going to be here, expecting all the damage to come out at least so far until we get to that 2 tick, and then they'll start worrying that much more. But just trying to loot up, get themselves going. Got a ton of bandages though, so they'll keep themselves healthy at least for 3 more minutes.
Yeah, I feel like bandages, is bandages the oldest thing in the game? It is, right?
I think so. When is the last time they've actually ever...
I haven't touched bandages.
You think they'll ever put those bandages into the locker is the question.
I think they should. I mean, what do they do? They heal you so slow.
Yeah, I've never had those bandages on standby, but you're seeing difficult. Hey, you now have 15 of them in your inventory. Now you're able to just run around the storm and just do what you do best and loot up and just chill.
That's true, and he's going to get back to the zone pretty quickly here, not really shaking a tail feather.
Yeah, Midas Touch brings them into that extra speed, gets them a little bit more of the mats if they would want to. But going over to Poncho, gonna build themselves a nice little rectangular outhouse, I could say. They're gonna be building down.
That was a swivel staircase. Just saw the early start of it.
Going over to Hunter now. Got that, once again, the Mythic. That's their one priority. They go into that base, grab the Mythic, grab the Medallion, and then they go. And that's truly what you can do. That's what I love to see, that you have your priorities right when you
utilize the POIs the correct way, and
exactly.
You can see him, once again, camping the circle a little bit. Nobody wants to fight. Hunter will be down to fight it out with you. He'll catch you at the edge of the zone.
Top that guy.
Wait, what's it called in Universal Studios?
What?
Or no, Disneyland?
What is?
Edge of...
Marvel?
No.
What?
What's the Star Wars land called?
I don't know, actually. That's such a... Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to look it up.
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge. You're so right. I'm not a Disneyland
That's how Hunter's been playing.
Too broke.
That's how Hunter... Yeah, I don't go to Disneyland. But yeah, I feel like Hunter's been playing the game like that all day today, just playing the Galaxy's Edge. As you can see him get the elimination there, he's finding all of his eliminations for freezies on people that are just kind of walking in or late to maneuver.
Let's see what Hunter can do.
If you're late to rotate and you're getting into the zone that late, it's cannon fodder for Hunter.
No, it is. Because you know, you're dealing with the storm damage, you're dealing with trying to get in the circle, you're doing all these different things, and then you just have a bad time because you're dealing with so many different factors. You have to heal up your health bar,
spinning too many
shields.
plates, and then somebody shoots you with a Glock. You're like,
talking about that Ed, Edd and Eddy mini game back in the day. Am I right? Am I right? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Cartoon Network website?
I sure do.
You know what?
I also like the skateboarding one.
Oh, it was so good. Where did the days go?
There's like a really good Teen Titans fighting game on there.
Oh my, we're going Throwback Central now. If anyone knows what we're talking about, I shout out to you.
Yeah.
The good old days, Cartoon Network
also,
website.
sign up for those AARPs as well. Come in the mail. Sorry.
Kazu here, going to be controlling the high ground once again. Beautiful spot on this Lone Wolf lair. You know they're the alpha out here. But going over to Code Wordy, sticking out to the outskirts. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah, I think I mean, Code Wordy is coming off a tournament that he absolutely ran, and it felt like there was a good amount of people here. There's people from all over, including the Valhallans. And in this tournament, he had what it takes to, you know, continue. Has a rough round one, and it's just kind of gone downhill from there. He's still in the money right now. I'd like to see him kind of perk up and get confident here in our final form. This is next level. This right here is fire. This is absolutely a strategy, and if you don't think it is, you're out of your mind.
That's crazy. We're not gonna
even
say
has
anything.
the bot movement down, like.
You know, if you press comma or period, you're able to do a little bit of a walk. Comma or period. Comma or period. I'm telling you.
Little sidestep there, dude. I cannot tell the difference. If there wasn't a thing on his board, this one just walks into the storm though. He's
comma or period. It'll make you force walk. Not like the force walk,
no,
but
force.
Like it makes you like walk.
Use the force, Anakin. Honestly, that would have tricked me. I would be out of the tournament if I ran 100%. Into them.
Oh my God!
No way, it's gonna happen. It's working.
That would literally seconds away.
It's working. Oh my God, he's clutching this. So
no, what is he doing now?
No, he's different for this.
Okay, all right. Now they're gonna go into the fight.
Yeah,
Here we go.
He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait any longer. I'm telling you right now, if he dies, he knew what he needed to do, and it was just stay a little bit quieter, chiller.
And now these, well, look at these builds though. Difficult. Did not have a difficult time to build themselves up, but takes a shot. That might be it for them. And they
I'm in your build. Oh my God, Hunter doesn't capitalize there in his build and had the shot on him. Now he's gonna have to go through the shotgun ringer right here. Still one shot on the board though for this Stormtrooper, and he seems like he doesn't have time to bleed here.
Puts up that brick wall, still has some time. They could have popped those small shields a little bit faster, but put up these brick walls up as they try to jump up. There we go, 1, 2, 3, trying to keep themselves safe. Remember these blasters,
Help him!
Difficult.
Help him!
There's your teammate over there.
Help your teammate, bro.
Oh no, difficult, not gonna be able to survive. 50 cal Hunter, if they turn this around somehow, I'm losing my voice without about loud about the screen.
Okay,
but Hunter able to clean that one up. Difficult. Honestly, was seconds away.
Bro, do something!
Come on!
My teammates are bots! Sorry.
I was a part of this army and they didn't help me out. He said that's not part of my pay grade.
Yeah, that's not the Empire way, huh?
Oh, Sal, though, able to potentially see one of these other competitors.
Yeah,
Don't know if they're going to go for it.
I think he saw the building there. Don't know if he's going to aggress on this or not, but 11 players remaining. Top 10 is the extra points, right? So, or is it more than that?
Yeah, top 10. That's the top 15 going into those top 10s. You'll be able to find yourself, at least get something on the board. Is this leaderboard, like I said before, only potentially one player from that top 11 through 19th place.
This is a crazy spot for Jackson here, but as long as he can maneuver his way out of there when the time comes, might be genius. Karu sitting on top of the world, taking a good look out the window. Has a nice little, you know, not to call Star Wars Star Trek, but he's got a trek ahead of him here. It's going to be a long road to that 7th circle. Does seem like,
wow,
a couple of these players getting antsy.
They know he's there too. I don't know why they wouldn't want to push this.
He's just trying to get, it's hard because, you know, you're tunneling a little bit here. You have the rotation you know you have to make, but Jackson can just keep these walls coming up and keep these bullets raining through. So is this worth? Do you want to tunnel this player? Is this one elimination? Well, he's got two.
Yeah. Especially on the final round,
got two.
You got to do what you can. Got to be able to break down this wall, get the headed in, grab that shot. Beautiful work there. 1, 2, and 3. And Sal with the crowd erupting. Gonna be able to grab their 3rd elimination of this round. Cleans it up real easily. Thank you, Sal, for doing what I was asking you to do and clean up Jason's act. Okay. Beautiful work there.
Well, look at this. Hunter keeping his head on a swivel once again at the corner, sitting at the wall of the storm. But as the storm starts to shift here, it might be tougher and tougher to find a spot for him. He's looking for these kills going out on the outskirts, but he's not finding them just yet.
Jumping up, building themselves a staircase. We can see pretty potentially weird situation happening.
Yeah, I think he needs to
be aware of the surroundings.
Yeah,
they are pushing
I said head on a swivel, but is his head truly on a swivel here?
You know,
we'll see.
Swiveling 90 degrees. Yep. Got to go for that full 180.
Let me guess. Sick Portafort.
Sick Portafort. You know what? Fortnite learned it from the build community. How do we make something that they use? By just copying them. But you're seeing that zone advantage from Karu and Code Wordy. They're both just waiting in that circle saying, hey, if you want to get pushed in here, you got to come through us.
I like this. Poncho starting to get architectural here, and you can see other players really like it paying off for them, but now you're just going to have to leave your giant size skyscraper in the sky, maybe take a little heat off yourself.
Waiting for Disneyland to be built as we wait for all of these competitors.
That's literally what we're waiting for. Top 10.
Into the circle, but throws down that Sprite. Gonna be able to get that high ground. 50 cal Hunter.
Head on a swivel once again. Gets Arcade Dude.
Many of these competitors finally finding their spot in this circle into the 7th storm. Remember, top 9 situation, we are almost done, so there's only a few more opportunities. 8 players to get yourself into the leaderboard and into that top 10 if you haven't already. Hunter trying to nail down these walls, and remember, they got unlimited ammo, so if they wanted to, they can keep lasering it out. 34 damage getting put out, and both of them having that trampoline on standby and gonna go into those gliders.
So hard.
Those shots, they do actually grab one of those. 20 damage is 20 damage.
Tough through those that tree section to even find him there, but yeah, good call out. Pidgey gets the 20 damage and gets a little bit farther through this tournament. 9 players remaining. Hunter is on a tear. Karu needs to get points to finish this thing. And Sal has about 3. He's the fan favorite out here. Poncho's building up ever so slightly every time, and you know, we haven't really talked about him too much. Winning our last tournament, Code Wordy could drop all these kills right here and get the extra 10 for winning, and might be able to put a dent in that leaderboard.
And now we're seeing 50 cal Hunter going around these corners trying to figure out where did that person go. Unfortunately, they are on that high ground position. That's going to be
layer. One more layer after that. And there he is.
Down, but puts down the floor and says, hey, I built this floor, but it's just going to get out-edited as they're going to be able to reap the rewards. That Chug Jug DBG goes down in 9th place. Still great placement there for that competitor. That's going to be calling it for their tournament. Let's see if that's going to be enough, though, once we get those scores tallied. Hunter, with those 4 eliminations, going to get shot to the side, but I got that Chug Jug.
I got everything. Dad brought me a Chug Jug. Mom made pizza rolls.
And that's a perfect afternoon for me.
Exactly.
Now I got to make my own pizza rolls.
Oh.
Indeed.
Same. 2chainz
going to be just lurking around these corners. Only has 4 in their inventory right now, not utilizing all of the spots, and they're going to be on this outskirts. You got to get in the circle. Go, go, go. The 10 tick is no joke.
2chainz isn't in. Is not in. It's safe.
Be popping the fishes.
I guess this is safe.
It might be swimming with the fishes.
He's sleeping with the fishes, indeed.
This is going to be an unfortunate situation.
All
but
right, that thing ain't ticking like normal.
So many fishes just to stay on these outskirts. What did they reap the rewards from in that play is the question.
I mean, they're still alive, but I feel you.
Poncho getting shot to the side, has to pop the Chug Jug one more time. Keru also, what a bad spot to be in. Look at their loot, man. It is looking rough and tough right now. If you do not want to be XD, you're not laughing in this situation.
You gotta be playing scavenger here, looking for any small thing that's dropped by any competitor. If all you have is guns with unlimited ammo, not too much mats, you just have to look around for who's gonna drop the first, who's gonna throw the first food at the food fight, basically.
Poncho gonna break down some more metal, get that into the inventory, put it in the back pocket. I feel like they should have some backpacks. You know what? Where are they shoving all this metal at?
That doesn't make,
You know what? But TikTok Poncho. But they are just conjuring rooftops out of thin air.
True.
So who am I to say?
Well, no, they lay the plans. They blueprint it.
But then it's just
someone else does it.
Magically getting built.
Yeah,
they're using their force powers.
I don't know what the elves be on.
Build.
They're getting it done, though, right here.
Top 8 situation. We got Hunter going around these corners, going to see these outskirts of the build. They're in a vulnerable spot, but trying to keep in front of the storm, but goes a little bit too far. Takes a little bit of storm damage as Keru taking down 2chainz. Is now South going to be the target, going over to Keru as well. They are both in the line of sights for Hunter, but they're going to have to cool down their weapon so far and now build a corridor to get themselves even more secure into this circle. As Hunter checking out this corner, gonna see one of the competitors go right underneath, parasiting it. And this is going to be South. Almost wins the exchange. That was such a close battle, but unfortunately you saw them panicking a little bit too much, shooting left, right, left, right, left, right.
Way to keep
Hunter takes that 5th elimination.
Yeah, way to keep a cool head from Hunter, and he even is going to get these heals for his trouble. Gonna lock in here. It's gonna be 2 modes of transportation. You got the corridor crew who's gonna be hanging down in these small corridors, or you're gonna have some high ground goers like Poncho up there.
Keru just busting through the front door and says, taking names right now. Keru with no shields just grabbed an elimination in the top 5 situation. Now,
I believe that was Hunter too, so Hunter goes down.
Keru going off to this left side as well, along with Unger, Kazu, they're all there. Poncho almost getting caught in the storm. They do take a little bit of chip damage as Keru now working through the middle of this ginormous mansion of wood and logs and metal. As Kazu
it's a one-shot battle.
Down Keru, beautiful work there. And now we got a top 4 situation, the final round of the night. Give it up for our competitors. They've been playing all night and they've been doing work as we're getting ready for this final battle.
Yeah, definitely feel free to make some noise. These guys have battled out 5 whole games for your excitement here, and it's all gonna come down to this. Unger gonna take a shot against Code Wordy. First place versus second place, battling it out. Looks like Unger is gonna take the high road into the low road. Code Wordy takes him down.
Corner camping, set up a fireplace at least as they're able to catch Unger off guard and just boom, 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 one-shotted him with that shotgun. Gonna be able to pop these splashes. What about the small shield first? But still able to at least get something in terms of security in the shield department.
Yeah, Code Wordy does an amazing job there. If you're gonna win this tournament, you're gonna have to take out first place. He once was first place and now makes a close statement for why he should be sitting in the money here. However, goes down to Kazu. Doesn't want him camping the bottom of his bridge. It's all gonna come down to this, Pidgey. Where are they going? The high ground or the low ground?
Poncho controlling the high ground. Kazu going low ground, trying to shoot up those ceilings as they're going to be currently in a really bad spot.
Whoa.
We talked about it time and time again. Gets that Midas touch, though, which is pretty opportunistic as we're going to be seeing Kazu jump up the side of these builds. Got this ladder, but unfortunately it is broken and going to be even more broken as we got Poncho still controlling the high ground. Kazu in these corners just trying to lurk around and survive until this circle becomes nothing as Kazu trying to still stay alive. I would try to pop these slap juices if he could, but goes for these chests. Not going to grab much from that, but right now you have the opportunity, especially in this circle.
No way he opens the chest. Takes the time to open this chest and gets a little repay for it. We are following the circle right now. We are playing stay in the circle. We are not playing any other game right now, and Kazu wants to get this heal off, but it might be too little too late.
Yeah, looking like Poncho can just do passive damage as we're going to be seeing
our first heal off, honestly. We haven't seen one of these, and it's not going to look good for Kazu. And let's sneak up in here.
That is it. It wraps us up. Poncho able to play the zone and do what they do best, passively just saying, hey, you better get up here or you're going down. Congratulations to TikTok Poncho being able to grab the last victory royale of the night.
He said, "Donde está the other players, man? Can't find him out there." And ends up getting a free victory. He's going to shoot him up the leaderboard, probably away from his brother a little bit now, as still both of them going to finish with a lot of points here. And if I had to guess, I think that's still Unger winning it. Oh, no.
No, I do believe so.
We got to do math either way.
Yeah, you know what? We don't got calculators in our pockets. Who does is the production, who's going to be able to calculate those scores, get them ready for us momentarily. But thank you all for joining us, at least for these 5 rounds before we announce our winner for today. 5 rounds of nonstop Fortnite action. Remember, next week we have another Friday Frags tournament. Be here, support the scene. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tomorrow, and then next week we got some Marvel Rivals on Sunday. So you better be here, or I'm going to be upset with y'all. I'll cry.
I will cry.
But we're going to be happy to announce who is our winner this week. Nick, who took it all?
It's Unger with 129 points.
Oh, my God.
Hits a three-peat, does his thing. Moon X going to get 7th. What are you looking at?
Sal able to survive by a single point.
They made it in. Gonna be leaving with money. I love a crowd favorite out here. That means the screams and the yells and the cheers were all worth it, man. Shout out to Sal for making it to 60 versus Body Bag. It's a very crazy name, but not going to be hitting it up there. But yeah, Kazu gets second.
Economy's tough out here, man. The Hitman job was not enough.
Doesn't always pay. Honestly, not a lot of eliminations in this Fortnite tournament today. So big shout out to everybody. And a great way to finish that last one is just pacifist. Don't even fight it out. Let's look at who we got here. $250 going to Unger there. Insane tournament for him, and just like you said, have to give an insane shout out to everybody for bringing him down here today. Yeah, and remember next week, same exact prize pool, $1,000 on the line. You're seeing how it all breaks down there. $1,000.
This is what it's all about. Get yourself that Switch 2 pre-order. They already sent out the links if you haven't already. And be a part of Speedway tomorrow. This has been Friday Frags. Our Battlefront 3 tournament will be back next week. And we'll see who's going to be the reigning champ and who will kick Unger off the throne momentarily. But thank you all for watching. Hope y'all had an amazing time here today at the HyperX Arena. Nick, got anything to say? Wrap us up.
Follow Pidgey, follow me. Go to your nearest LAN center and hug somebody, man. We'll see you guys next time at the HyperX Arena.
Hey.
Good shit, bro.